Well, Args, we could sit here all day and do this, but we've probably got other things to be doing, haven't we?
We probably do have other things to be doing, but I've just hooked up. Hang on, I've just got to reel this one in. Feels like a big one.
Oh, well, you're having better luck than me.
It's probably going to be a load of trash, though.
Yeah, I'm giving up. I've caught nothing today.
Ah, it's one of those days, isn't it? You either get it or you don't. You were meant to catch one every time, but it'd be called catching, not fishing.
Yeah.
Alright, there we go.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I reeled it in. Nice big trout.
Oh, very good. Well, that's dinner sorted.
It is dinner sorted. But yeah, like you say, we've got better things to be doing than fishing. We go and have a look.
Yeah, let's do that, mate.
Alright.
I'll let you drive.
Thank you.
You know the way around.
Well, I'll pretend to know my way around.
So we can tell the people what we're doing as we drive back, can't we?
Yeah, tell them about our new venture. We're not just fishing in the rivers.
We aren't just fishing in the rivers. We have got ourselves a nice little setup, a nice little farm, away from the main farm as well, which is quite good fun. But we are going to be starting our own fishing empire.
That's right. That's right. We're starting off small, little fish, and then hopefully we can expand into doing something out in the Great Big Ocean.
That's right. Yeah, we've got a bit of money in the bank, haven't we?
We do.
But commercially, we thought we'd start with the baby fish, maybe build up enough cash to build one of the offshore farms and expand from there. But we're going to make our own food. We're going to, just generally start from the bottom and work our way up.
Exactly that. And it's great to be doing it in the Scottish Highlands with you as well.
Yep, what a fantastic map this is.
Yeah, Giants have outdone themselves, that's for sure. It was a no-brainer to up sticks from Germany and head on over here and take on a bit of a new challenge.
That's right.
And we're not working on the main farm, or what you'd probably call the start farm, are we?
We're not. We were conscious that the majority of people who are doing vid content have started up there, so we thought we'd venture down here. Not most, because it's close to the little baby fish factory, so
Correct.
Made it easy for travel.
It does. It's not too far to go for anything. But we're starting off, hopefully today, I'm going to get into some harvesting. I think we've got some fields ready to be harvested, don't we?
We do. Yeah, this is all about prepping and getting our fishing, or
Correct.
fish food prepped anyway.
Correct. And we're going to head down this way and actually go past a couple of productions, because we've done a little bit of landscaping and set ourselves up with a oil mill and a flour mill to be able to make our own fish food.
That's right. I think there they are, hiding behind the mill.
Down there in the distance.
So we've got some equipment, haven't we, Args? We've got some good equipment. We've got a few fields, which we can expand on. We don't have masses of fields, so there's scope for expansion as well, isn't there?
There is. Yep. But we're just gonna, I guess, like you said, just start out small, see where we need to invest and do what we need to do to get this all up and going. So there is our oil mill and flour mill down in there. So that's going to be part of our empire. This field in here on our left of wheat is ready to be harvested. That's ours as well. I think we head up to the right up here. Go and find the rest of the farm.
That's right. Yep, we'll do the obligatory first episode farm tour.
We will. In fact, I've probably gone the wrong way. I think I needed to be on the next road over.
It's alright, I can see it over there on the left.
Let's do a track through this field here on our right, which is ready to be harvested. Canola, that's also ours. And you've disappeared.
A few moments later.
Right, onwards, my friend. Apologies. Pick up where we left off.
Yes, so after that rude little interruption of you being disconnected, I was just talking about this canola field on the right, which is ours.
Oh yes, yep,
so
first field.
Get some canola oil out of that. That's also ready to harvest. And then, not that one, need to carry on further. I was thinking we could go down there. It's a track. It carries on down into our farmyard if we follow this one around. So everything's all pretty well connected. We should drive everywhere if we want to.
And they're nice sized fields as well, aren't they? Like, there's something nice about, you could get quite a lot done quite quickly.
Exactly, yeah. I was thinking much the same. I was thinking along the lines of like Ahali Farms when we were playing on that, and how much we used to get done in 3 or 4 different fields in an episode.
That's right. Yeah.
So we've got the field just over the other side of the hedge on your right, which is soybeans, I think, at the moment, which is growing,
Yep.
and that is another requirement for our fish food. And then we just carefully go over the train tracks. There's no steam engines or anything else running along. This is home.
This is home. No cows yet. That might be a future endeavour, but we thought we'd maybe not bite off more than we could chew to start with.
Correct. But certainly some Highland cattle would be nice to have. We do have the facilities
right.
for that. You want to go on and show off what we've got, FSG?
All right. Well, if I do shed 1, you can do the other shed. How about that?
Righto.
So we've got the New Holland CH7.7, really nice combine, kind of size appropriate for the map as well, which is good. So that'll come in handy. That's probably going to get a good airing today. The Vaderstad that came with the expansion as well, it's kind of the air seeder. But we liked this, didn't we, Args? Because it pretty much, well, you can plant everything with one seeder. You don't have to have 2 separate, a planter and a seeder separate. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I think it's a fantastic mod. Great to have that one.
Yeah, I've actually not used it yet, so looking forward to giving that a spin.
Here we go.
And then we've got a good old trusty JCB, British Farm, JCB. What else would you have? So
That's
the
right.
telehandler come in handy. And then we've got another Vaderstad. We've got the local dealer must be a Vaderstad rep because we've got a nice cultivator here as well, which will come in handy for tilling the fields once we've got the crops off. So
Absolutely.
some nice kit.
Yeah. We were talking the other day when we were setting all this up, how nice the sheds are with the weathering and everything on them, right? Such a nicely detailed.
Yeah.
Nicely
The
detailed
modelling
farms.
and the detail is so good.
And you can place a lot of these down as placeable buildings, which is cool. All right.
Yep.
Moving on into the second shed here where a lot of the horsepower sits. We've got we had to have a pressure washer, didn't we? It's about the last thing we bought, but we did have to
There
have
it
that.
is.
It is. So we've got the T7 sitting in here. That is our biggest horsepower tractor. So that'll do a lot of donkey work. We've got the fast track. Went for the old school fast track. A little bit different. 2115 4-wheel steer fast track. And then probably a little bit big for the farm we're running, having the Profi class diamond sprayer. But again, one of the new pieces of equipment that came out of the DLC, so we thought we had to give that a try, along with the
Yeah, we've got to give it a spin, don't we?
correct. Same with the agri spread, the spreader there, but we went for the air curtain on the side of it, so it doesn't spread quite as far as it could if we just went straight for the disc. And there's our corn heater, or not corn heater, sorry, our grain heater, which will harvest all the crops we've got.
Grain header, yeah.
I think that's
Yeah,
pretty
we're
much it.
probably not going to grow corn, are we? There's no requirement for corn for our needs, so it's probably always going to be grain crops.
Yeah, correct. It would only be if we want to do silage in the future, but if so, we won't need a corn heater for the combine.
That's right. There's one more piece of equipment, Args, we've forgotten about.
Yeah, I think it's hiding around in the grain shed, isn't it?
Tucked away in the grain shed
Second home.
as I get a very nice, laggy, jittery walk here. There we are.
It's normally my job being the one that's lagging, so it's nice to not be that person for a change. Right. I think it's that suit you're wearing.
There it is, the Bunning trailer. What's wrong with my suit?
There's nothing wrong with it, but I just think it's the
It's
sort of
heather.
suit. It's the sort of suit you don't want to run in, right?
Yeah, that's the truth. Yes, roasting.
Yeah. No, they're very nice. Bunnings trailers are fantastic. Very
Bunning
appropriate.
And actually, we're big fans, aren't we, of these storage sheds? I mean, these are very appropriately UK based, but the fact you can store separate crops in each of the bays is very cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they work really, really well. And you've got the different size ones. This is the 3-bay, which I didn't realise until I checked this farm out, because the other farm is the 2-bay one in it.
That's the 2. Yeah.
Not to be confused
So,
with
yeah.
your 2-pay. All right. The other
It's
thing
not a 2-pay. It's real.
It's real. The other thing I was going to say we've got over the other side of the silage pit there is some possibly not quite UK appropriate supply silos for us. So we've got all our commodities available to us here. Got a diesel tank, fertilizer, seeds, pretty much
That's
anything we need, so we don't have to be running down to the shop all the time
Exactly.
to pick things up.
Yeah, and we do pay for them, don't we? So it's not like it's freebies.
That's right.
They'll charge us, but it's nice to have them. Nice to have them on our land, so we don't have to worry about heading all over the country to get them.
Yep, absolutely. All right, well, I think that's enough of an intro. We're not going to get any farm work done standing here talking, so grab a combine and go and rip into it, eh?
Exactly. Well, I guess we may as well start behind us as well, hadn't we? We need to get some of this over to the mill to get it ground down for fish food anyway, so
That's right.
let's do that.
Yeah. No, actually, just thinking one thing we haven't talked about is what are we going to do with the straw? Are we just going to chop it up and throw it into the ground, or?
Yeah, I mean,
Don't have a baler. We
what are
don't
the
have a need
numbers
for it.
like on it?
Probably not worth it.
Yeah, we
Probably
don't
not
have a
worth it,
baler.
is it?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Okay.
let's just use it as fertilizer.
Yeah. By the time we get any cattle or anything, we'll probably be into a second cycle, second season, and be able to save some then.
Exactly that. Right.
All right, mate. Well,
Agreement.
I will let you go and wheel the combine out. I'll help you get the header out and get that all set up. You can make a start on that. I'll go grab a trailer and come and give you a hand.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Exciting. Let's do
Looking
it.
forward to it. Yeah, let's start building a fish farm.
For sure. Let's do it, man.
Well, howdy, folks. That was a rather long-winded intro there, but welcome along to our new venture here in Kinlay. It was we couldn't look past having a go on this map. Obviously, home to FSG up in Scotland, and Giants have done such a good job. We just thought it was appropriate that we jumped in here and did something. So we thought we'd try and do something, well, probably not different to everyone else, but just put our own little twist on it. So here we are, taking on fish farming. Now we've got this all out, just getting the header here set up for FSG, so that's going to be in a good position for him. We'll let him get hooked up there. He's looking very dapper in that suit. Alright, there we go. Now we can pull ourselves out of the way. We're going to go and grab the trailer out of the grain shed. We'll probably just leave far enough out of the way. Yeah, we'll just leave that header trailer there. I'll also put it behind the fast track. Kind of appropriate to be using that, like we said. British farm. We've got JCBs in New Highlands, which seemed rather appropriate for where we are. So, yeah, hopefully we're going to get through a decent amount of work reasonably quickly, just because we are set up with some reasonably small fields. We don't have huge equipment, but we've got good sized things working on the farm we are. So, we'll get this hooked up, we'll get into the field, get started. We'll leave the trailer here. It's going to take FSG a wee while to get filled up, so I don't know how far he's going to get around the field. Obviously we inherited the fields as they are in terms of preparation, so you can see it's got weeds on there. pH value is good. Nitrogen's not the best. A few spots, others from the tram lines, a few spots where crop isn't growing, but expected yield is 67%. Potential 80. This isn't actually a very good field for us from a precision farming point of view, but we'll make do with it, make the best out of it that we can. But this oats, probably going into flour, although might keep it as a cash crop. So we're oats, wheat and canola, so definitely the wheat and canola will be going down to the mills and being made into oil and flour respectively, because they are all requirements that we have for making fish food. Over in the distance over there, all this land actually here, this grass all through here, we own, and of course we do own a little fish farm down there in the distance, which is where we will start breeding our fish from. Look at that view. It is pretty impressive, got to admit. I've done a cracking job on this map. It's looking very good. Now the other thing I was thinking we could do, once FSG gets the field opened up a little bit, we can actually get straight in and put some lime on it, get the lime spreader out, we'll start getting that sorted out, we'll get the T8 hooked up to that. Start with some spreading once we've got the field opened up a little bit more, and then possibly once we move into the next field, we'll be able to get straight into some cultivating, the field prepped, start to think about the next crop that's going into it and what we need to do to maximise the yield as much as we can. But yeah, we'll get going on this and catch up with you in a bit. So actually, as I said, we'll get this out and get it started up, get it filled up at least. So we've got the lime station here. We should be able to drive it underneath the spout here. Hit our refill button. Here we go, got 60,000 litres of lime sitting in there. No animation on that. That's alright, you can see the fill plane is filling up and we're getting some lime put in here, so we'll have this all set to go once the field's ready for it. And we'll get that pH built up, start to get these fields looking good. There we go, first oats heading into the trailer. See how much he got off that one lap. Get up into there, there's even more coming out of there than I expected. Okay, still going. It's actually not too bad. I thought it might have been only a small amount of the hopper full. Here we go. Just have a look. What is the trailer telling us? Almost 6,000 litres. Actually, it's not too bad for a first run round. So, turn that back off actually. Leave that running there. And we're just going to get into it. Get into this field. I know we said that before, but let's just jump into it. Grab some good shots of FSG working. And we'll get into the lime spreading as well. Get this field taken care of. FSG is almost finished. I think it looks like you must have one more pass to come back and just get this last little piece. We haven't even managed to fill the trailer up, so all of these oats are going to head down into the flour mill. We'll start getting some flour made because that is one of the prerequisites for making some fish food. But yeah, nice to get this first field done. We've almost got it completely limed, so I'm just going to turn this off here. That's why we could have actually kept on going because he'd cleared enough out for us, but we'll let him get out of the way. And then we'll finish this off. There's only pass and a half. Get this finished. And then we can get it cultivated, get it prepped, while we head on over to the next field with the combine. So racing through it. And this is kind of what we wanted to achieve with this series. It's this kind of fast-paced, get things done, make some progress. Rather than being stuck in big fields, just doing the same old for the whole episode. So hopefully it's going to be something you guys will enjoy. Certainly looking forward to it. One of the other things we're actually going to try and do is possibly during the week, if either of us feel like it, might jump on and do a little sort of single player session. So might be getting on and managing the productions. It could be planting a field, just to keep things ticking over as well. So it's a small enough map we can do that on. So yeah, looking forward to carrying on and getting those done. Right, so like FSG's empty, there goes the train. It's the second or third time I've seen it go past. Let FSG sort out that header, we'll finish this off, and then we'll take those oats down and get them started in production. And just to double check everything's looking good, I've just brought the mini map up there as we run through this last pass, just to check that the lime was looking nice and the correct colours, so it looks like it's done a good job down there, which is perfect. Okay, there we go, job done. Right, let's get this all folded up, hooked up. FSG is trying to get the header sorted, which he's running over this way. Might need to, I don't know what he's doing. Might need to use the tractor to drag that over. We'll go and have a chat to him, see what the story is.
Good use of the downtime, Args, getting some lime on the field.
Yeah, I figured I'd make myself useful while you were busy combining.
21,000 litres off that field, not bad.
Okay, no, that's not bad. It's just saying I'll run that down and put it in the mill and get some flour started up.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's a good idea.
Cool.
I've just hooked the combine up because I think we've got a bit of road running to get to the wheat field, haven't we?
Yeah.
Which will be the next one?
Yeah, we're going to head down and do the one down on the waterfront.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool.
I think so.
There's that, there's the canola.
Or do we do the canola? Let's
always
do the canola, actually, because that means we've got some oil.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, run across the train tracks and back through that bit of forest and get started on the canola.
Alright, sounds good.
Cool. Alright, I'll meet you over there soon with the trailer.
Yeah, enjoy the scenic drive through town to drop off the oats.
I look forward to it. Right, see you soon.
See you back in a bit. Bye.
Alright, let's get the cover on there. We do have a beacon, so we'll turn that on. Probably actually put some flashes on the back too, just because I don't think we've got a beacon on the tractor actually, do we? Doesn't look like it. And I'm going to have to figure out which way we need to go to get to where we're going. I'm not sure whether it's following FSG. Probably can follow him down past the canola. Probably going to be the most efficient way, but I was thinking we could go out the other way and just go and check out the fish farm on the way. Maybe we'll do that. Alright. Got to admit, this fast track's struggling just a little bit with the weight of this trailer. 21,000 litres of oats. Not a bad little haul off that field. Right, let's go out this way. Changed over from all-wheel steer to just front steering. We're running along the road, we don't need quite the manoeuvrability that we have had in the field. So let's see you down there. It's funny, even though in New Zealand we drive on the left-hand side of the road, I've spent so much time on farming simulator maps which are on the other side of the road. I try and default to driving on the wrong side of the road here in the UK, so I have to remember to force myself to be on this side of the road. Anyhow, just following a tourist bus down here towards the mill. That guy's not going to stop for us. Nope, straight out in the larder. That's a good way to get taken out by a tractor. Good thing we preempted that one. There's our wheat field, and there we saw that a little bit earlier, and down in here, our production. So, the flour mill is the one at the back, if I'm not mistaken. Get ourselves turned in here. Now, anyone who's wondering, we did landscape this area, flattened it all out, and put these down. So, it's a nice cobblestone texture there. Probably think about doing some fencing and things around the edges. Might tidy it up a little bit. Again, that could be something one of us could do when the other's not online. Right. We've also got a forklift down here. It's not something we talked about earlier, so we don't have to run the telehandler down for handling this. And actually, we've got a little truck somewhere too. I didn't actually see where that was. Right, let's see. We can get this tipped in there. There we go. There is our dump trigger. So we will get that up and get our first oats into the production. We'll have to go make sure we do have flour production turned on. So we get that emptied out. Here we go, perfect. Right, let's have a look at the production. Make sure that's all up and running. So there we go, we're in the grain mill. We can make some oat flour now, so we are going to go through and activate that, and we are set to storing, so we'll get some oat flour, or just some standard flour at the end. That is what our output is. Scroll down here, 15 oat in, 15 flour out. So we will leave this running and look forward to getting our first flour for the fish food. As FSG's made his way partly around the field already. That's rather speedy. I'm not sure whether this will yield quite as much as the oats did. Let's wait and see. We'll find out though. Turn in here, Nice big gate we can swing around. We need to change that turning again. Let's see, hopefully that's changed to a slightly tighter turning radius. We got some rear wheel steering going on now. Yeah, there you go, you can see that wheel turning. Right, that should help us make sure we get in here properly. Otherwise we were going to miss the target by quite some miles. Right, bingo. Leave this parked here, wait for FSG to get around, and we'll be able to get into the field. There we go, once around the field. Good job. Hopefully he's going to turn around and go the other way so the header's on the right side of the combine. Does look like exactly what he's going to do. Alright, we'll get ourselves in here so we're in position. Be able to get the first canola unloaded. Not a bad view from up here, is it? It's a beautiful part of the world. There we go. Almost 5,000 litres of canola in the trailer already. In fact, 4,500 exactly. We will race around where FSG is going to go. We'll let him go first. We'll get turned around and go and park this back up by the field entrance. This field's not going to take very long at all. It's even smaller than the last one we did. Alright, go and get this parked up the top here. I'm going to bring the lime spreader over. And if the neighbouring farmers are looking at us like we're mad, right, we're churning through these fields. Hardly finished cutting the canola and we're already in here with the lime. But, like I said before, good way to keep busy and get things done. So, let's just carry on. We're fine with the trailer. FSG will keep filling that up when he needs to. Keep out of his way, he can go. Like he's waiting for me. Off you go, mate. Alright. We'll go past. I did want to back right up into the corner. Make sure we got the lime everywhere. There we go. Alright. Keep going. Should be the combine that's keeping on going. You're too courteous. And just like that, another field is done, racing through them. And almost lined as well. So I think whatever we're going to end up with here is going to be canola for oil, so actually 10,000 litres of oil wouldn't be too bad. Start off with. We actually have to see how that's going to last us for the year, if that's going to be enough or not, make us enough fish food. We're still emptying out there, so 10, 11, it's 12. Hard to tell how full the combine is. It's 12,232. Not too bad. Alright, let's go and park this up the top. We might leave FSG to run this down to the oil mill if he'd like. And we'll just finish getting this little bit of lime done. Almost need to push up the hill. Really is underpowered, this tractor, for pulling a loaded trailer. Well mate, that's record time for a couple of fields.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. And a relatively decent crop off them as well.
Yeah, so we've already got the oats down into the flour mill, so that's already underway, and we'll get this canola down there. Or let you run it down if you want to.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'll take it to the oil mill, get it started.
Yeah, and you could probably actually park the trailer down by that wheat field and can run the combine down there ready for next time.
Yeah, that's a good call actually. Yeah, well, it's literally right next to the mill, isn't it?
Just about, yeah. And I'll get this last little couple of passes of lime finished off.
All right, sounds good.
Easy.
Well, I'll see you back at the farm in a bit.
Yeah. I'll if I do the lime, I'll get that combine down there. Maybe meet you down at the field.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, let's do that.
See you in a bit.
All right, see you in a bit, mate.
So this is literally an up and back, so we'll be done this in no time. SG's gonna really struggle to get that tractor. I haven't told him that it's a bit underpowered, but he's just screwing the header up. Yeah. Wasn't too happy with how the header was on the trailer originally. Not sure if he'd be too happy with how it's on the trailer right now either, but that's alright. We're going to run the combine down to the other field, to the wheat field, and he can go and sort out the oil mill. We ourselves separate responsibilities. Right, he's been hooking it up for us. Look at that, what a gentleman. Look at that, we literally ran out of lime as we finished off the last part of the field. So couldn't have timed that any better. Right, we'll just pull this out and park it over here by the, I'll actually just park it over here in the edge of the woods. Let's take that back over to the farm. and we'll go and get the combine. Jump on that and get it down into the wheat field. Now, I've got to admit, I'm not actually sure where the field entrance is for this one. I'm guessing it's going to be to our right. Somewhere. I paid more attention as we drove past earlier. Let's head up this way. Can't see anything down there to the left, so we'll go and see what we can find down this end of the field. Looks like there's a gate just down here opposite the house, so that's going to work out pretty well for us. Now, remember, slide our headers on that side, so we go and park this off on the right hand side. We should be able to get the header all hooked up and into the field. Nice wide gates, which will hopefully make it easy enough to get into. Right, let's just leave that parked there. Hopefully the locals don't mind us leaving it in the driveway. That's well and truly out of the way, isn't it? And good timing, here's FSG, racing in with the fast track.
All prepped and ready for next time, Args.
That's right, yeah. Hopefully the neighbours aren't going to be too annoyed having a combine and tractor parked here for a little bit.
I'm sure they're used to it.
Yeah, it was well off the track. They've got access still. But
Yeah.
yeah, that was good fun. Nice little start, and looking forward to getting some fish, getting into some fish farming.
Definitely. I mean, crikey, to get 2 fields off and into productions already, that's a very positive start.
It is. And I was looking before planting calendar shows up with some good options for planting crops very soon as well. So might be harvest season before we know it.
I think our challenge will be, we'll have too much crop for production for what we need for the fish potentially to start with. So we'll have to think of other ways of using it or selling it.
I'm sure we can come up with some creative ideas.
I think there's a good bakery in town who might need some flour.
Oh, that's right. They use flour in haggis? But just about everything in haggis, don't they?
Maybe the vegetarian stuff.
All right, mate. Oh, it was good fun.
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing where we get to with this.
Yeah, likewise, mate. It's just fun on this map. I love this map.
Yeah, that's visually very, very pretty.
It is.
Good one, mate.
Well, you
All
have
right.
a good week, and
Yeah.
I'll chat to you next week.
Yeah, sounds good. Catch you then.
Cheers, buddy.
All right,
Take care.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.
We're going to switch the beacon off. But yeah, there we go. Job done. We don't want to come back next time and find a flat battery. There we go. That's better. Right. As we just said, over the fence here. This one's a little bit bigger, so it's going to take us just a wee bit longer to get harvested. Just looking at the yield. The yield potential in this one's quite good. 125, but we're only seeing it 85. It doesn't have the nitrogen or the pH, so plenty of things to improve and pick up our yield for next time. But there we go. Welcome to Kinley. Welcome to Argsy and FSG's visit up here. And I hope you enjoy this little adventure. So thank you all very much for watching. And we'll catch you in the next one. Well, FSG, we were fishing last time. Today we've come straight from the racetrack.
We've been very busy in Project Motor Racing the last couple of days, having a bit of fun there. But these crops ain't going to harvest themselves, are they?
No, they're not. So I do have a change of outfit I'll get into in just a little bit before we get into the work. But yeah, you're right. This wheat's not going to harvest itself. So we're going to carry on where we left off last time we were here.
That's right, yeah. And obviously we harvested the 3 fields in the last episode, which was good. So I can go and start cultivating those while you're filling up the trailer, and you can give me a shout every time you need an unload, and I'll pop down and shift it.
Yeah, that sounds good. So yeah, we've got canola we can plant, so we're in the planting window to get canola, and so maybe we get that into one of the fields. So if you get that prepped, that'd be good. We might have to consider our tractor choices though, because we've only got the one tractor that's powerful enough to pull both the cultivator and planter. So maybe that JCB needs to be up-spec'd a little.
Yeah, I'm sure we can treat us. We've got enough money in the bank that we made in Germany to be able to treat ourselves to maybe a new fast track.
Yeah, that's right. Very good. Well,
Or something similar.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds like a plan. Well, I'll leave you to go off and do your thing. I'll get this field started and give you a yell when I need you.
Okay, mate. Sounds good. I'll see you in a bit.
Perfect. Yeah, we'll catch you soon. Have fun.
Nice one, mate. Bye.
Well, hi there, everyone. Welcome back to Kinley here with the Farm Sim Guy and myself. Yeah, little bit of a joke there with our project motor racing we've both been enjoying over the weekend, and just jumping the racing gear. So give me a second, I'll put on something slightly more appropriate. Alright, there we go. That feels a little bit more comfortable. Right, as we just said, we've got this whole field of wheat. It is quite a large field compared to the ones we were working in. So I'm just going to head on over this way. This gate opened up. There we go, get knocked over by it. And then get into the combine. We will start getting some wheat harvested. So first things first, let's get this header hooked up. There we go, that looks about right. Perfect. Now, just enough space in this lane to be able to maneuver, which is good. Hopefully, this gate is going to be wide enough as well to get through with the header. Didn't actually check that. That is going to be a little bit of a worry. Let's have a look. I don't know if I'm going to now. Let's just jump out and have a look. Yeah, that's a great big no. We are not getting that through there. Okay, change of plans. We'll put this back on the trailer. We use the fast track to maneuver it into the field without trying to squash any crop, and then we will see about getting this all up and going. Alright, let's see if we can get this backed in through this gate, hopefully without hitting any of the beautiful stone walls. There we go. Now if we can just get the tractor hitting it as well, let's get it turned around. There we go. Oh, the four-wheel steer came in handy there. Right, can we get around there? Not, oh, just about. There we go. Okay, like that in the middle, just like that. As you can see, got a little bit further forward. No way were we getting the combine through here with that. So, jump over the fence. Go and jump up in here, get the header hooked up, say that 10 times fast, and then we'll pull the tractor forward, and then we should be good to go. What is going on here? This is not right. This is not right. It's like the combine's hooked to the header trailer or something. I tried to pull the header trailer forward and out, and it's like it's got completely attached. Right, we might have to use a little bit of easy dev magic here to get this one fixed. Well, I don't know what went on there. That seemed very, very strange. It was like the header attach mechanism, when I tried to pull the trailer forward, locked on somehow to the header and then wouldn't come back. So anyhow, we've got it free, so that means we should now be able to turn that heater on, get it lowered down, finally get into starting to harvest some wheat. Here we go. Took a little bit longer than I was hoping, but we're into it. Excellent. Right, let's set up some GPS and we'll get into this proper. But look at the scenery down here. What a beautiful part of the world. There we are. Happy days. Up and moving. Get those lines visually turned off actually. Don't need to have those showing now. We should be good to do that without those. And that's it. That's us harvesting. So already 11% in the hopper. So it looks like we might actually fill up quite well. That's not a bad yield. Having a look at our yield, actually only 60%, so if you look at the yield percentage, it is not that good at all, but in terms of the actual amount of grain we're getting, there is quite a bit, so that's positive. It's good for us. Of course, the intention is to make as much of this into flour, so the more wheat we have, the more flour we'll get. So there we go, let's get into it. into the field now. I was just looking at the trailer, it's about 91% full, so once we swung around here, I'll just dump this a little bit into it and then we'll give FSG a call, see if he wants to come down and unload the trailer, and then by the time he's back, we'll be able to unload into it, because I think we're going to run out of space very, very quickly, so let's give him a call now. Argsy FSG.
Go ahead, Args.
Trailer's about 92% full, if you want to come down and grab it and run it down to the mill, or whatever we're going to do with it.
Yeah, nice one. I'll pop over and grab it, mate.
Yeah, cool.
Saves you getting out of the cab.
Yep, perfect. Thank you. Catch you soon.
Alright. See you in a minute.
Alright, there we go. FSG will be down here in just a touch. Let's top it off there. What we had in there? What did it get to? 93%. Perfect. Alright, let's carry on. Ourselves turned around. Get on down this way. Now, we did talk about it last time. We made the decision not to keep the straw off these fields, purely because, well, a few factors. We don't actually have a baler or any way to collect it anyhow, and we don't actually have any use for it, so it would have just been the money. So we get the mulch bonus by cutting it up and spreading it back across the field, so we don't have to worry about mulching the fields before we get them ready for planting. So a little bit of a bonus there. Trade-off, not taking the straw. Right, well, there we are. We will keep on ploughing through this wheat and get it all finished. Well, I was about to say, there we are, done, but it looks like I missed a little bit. We'll back ourselves up, and these last few little pieces, what do you reckon? 7 litres? Got 6421 in the combine. Oh, not even that. 6425. Anyhow, it all counts in at the end. It's a few more litres of flour we can make. So, hopefully, the trailer's decidedly full. How full is it? Are we going to get it all in here? 81%. I'm not sure if we're going to, actually. We'll give FSG a call. You can come down and grab it. But this is going to be mighty tight to getting it all in here. Argsy FSG.
Go ahead, Args.
That's me all wrapped up down here. I'm just unloading into the trailer. I've ended up with 1,400 litres left in the combine in a full trailer.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Well, I tell you what. Why don't why don't you come back to the farm? Leave it all down there. Why
Hmm.
don't you come back to the farm and you can get started on the seeding? When I finish this field, I'll go and tidy all that lot up.
Could do. Are we going to put this wheat into
So if
the
you-
shed? I could bring the trailer back to the farm then. And leave it there for
Yeah,
you to come down and
come on,
grab the
bring the
last
trailer
little
back
bit.
to the farm, and then I'll. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Alright, sounds good. I will leave the combine down here and I'll come back and make a start on some planting. Perfect.
Yeah, it'll keep me busy while you catch up with the planter.
Okay. Cool. We'll see you in a bit.
See you in a bit, mate.
Well, this is a funny little bug. If I hop up into the combine, I have the header attached. I can't hop out. I disappear, but I'm now not in the combine. And you can see I've still got the attach button down the bottom. If I detach it, I hop out. And now, the trailer's detached. I think it's detached. Is it detached? No, it's attached now. So, don't know what's going on with that. That's a little bit of a weird one. But it says attached tool, but to me, looks like it is. Just start the engine up and drive forward and see what happens. No, it's not attached. It just so happened to be in the right spot. So, I don't know. Try it again. Attach that. Yeah. Press the hop out, and I can't hop out. Can't move around. Can't do anything. So, I don't know what's going on there. It's very, very strange. Maybe it's something to do with having the spout out. Anyhow, we'll leave that there. FSG can figure that one out. We're going to go grab the trailer, get on back to the yard. This is going to get dumped into the shed. We've basically decided we'll keep whatever crop we don't have in the mill. We won't just throw it all in there, because obviously if it doesn't process it fast enough, then we'd end up with crop stuck in the mill and not able to sell it at its best price. So we're just going to drip feed it in as and when we can. Right, we can hop up and in out of this one, which is good. So we'll get this down to the yard. Not too far to go. You can see it just over there. Well, here we are back at the farm now. I think we're going to be in a little bit of a pickle, because if I spin around here and have a look, I'm not sure if we can actually unload here. So you've got the option to unload here, which will go into our shed, but the trailer might be too high. Not sure how this is going to work. Let's just have a look. Might just have to stop it dumping if it gets too high. Oh, maybe it is going to work alright. If there's any collisions on anything, which is going to cause issues. Going up, there we go. No, we got too high. We've got 2/3 of it emptied out. We'll press the button again, hopefully we'll get the last a little bit dumped out. Yeah, there we go. Right, perfect. We can leave this now for FSG to... Oh, he might actually go and bring the combine back as it is. I'm not sure. See if he has the issue with the trailer hooking up like I did. Let's just park this up, and we're going to go and start doing some seeding. There we go. FSG's been down and he's got this field all cultivated. From a distance it didn't look like it was, but we've just got these different textures based on the tram lines which Precision Farming puts down, so not to worry. They're there. It's just a slightly different. I think one's a stubble and the other's a seed bed, or one's a seed bed and one's cultivated. There you go. We've got stubble, tillage and a seed bed. So those are the two we've got there. You can see he's working over here on field 10, so not too much more for him to get done on that one. And then we'll have to get some lime put up here on 15 and get that one cultivated and planted as well. But first things first, let's put some canola in here. Now he got the seeder all set up for us. I think he put some seed in it as well. But the problem is we don't actually have a tractor powerful enough. You have 2200 litres of fertiliser in that, which means the seed must be in here. Yeah, 2200 litres of seed. We're going to need a new piece of equipment, so we're going to sort ourselves out another tractor. We might trade in the fast track. I'm not sure yet. We'll go and have a look in the shop. We'll buy something and then we'll decide whether we keep 3 tractors or downsize to just 2. So the Pro Seed that we have requires 300 horsepower, and the Vedastack cultivator we've got as well, which isn't part of the DLC, requires 260. So we've already got the we've got the T8, don't we? No, did we not? We actually bought a T7. Not one of the DLC ones. I thought we were going to get the T8000 out of here, so we don't actually own that. But 4000 only goes up to 235, so we're going to have to buy ourselves a 8000 series of fast track. So let's go and have a quick look in here. That's 306. Let's just play it on the safe side. We might jump that up to 348. If this is going to be doing a lot of cultivating and tillage and things like that, we might go for the wide tyres with the weights. I think it's going to be our best option. A little bit of additional weight on there just to make sure. Yeah, of course we want carpet, don't we? Beacon lights. It's always nice to have an option for beacon lights. 3 is going to be the nicest. Yeah, there we go. And do we want the Arsaria Pro on it or not? Let's just have a look. Yeah, I mean, it's going to help, isn't it? $15,000 brings our total price up to $267,000. That's still going to leave us the better part of $200,000. So let's go through. We are going to hit buy on that one. There we go. Let's go and find it down at the shop and get it brought back to the farm. And there we go. There it is in all its glory. New model of basically what we've got, just a bit bigger, a bit more powerful. That's going to be a good little addition, good big addition to the farm. Right, let's jump on in, get it back down to the yard, get started planting. Alright, we're going to go straight past the field FSG's working in. Going this way. There he is in here on the right somewhere. Oh, there we go. So I can't quite see the tractor. Just make sure we don't run into this car. But there we go. There he is, hard at work. Not too much of the field left to do. Of course, he's got the combine to go and rescue. So let's get back. Whoops, sneaking in front of that Mini. That. See that getting our work done. Right. My honk, and we will go and get the planter all hooked up. So canola into this field, get that all set up so we can carry on making the oil for the fish food. Now this is the first time I've used this planter. Neat bit of kit, because of the rows and the way it is set up. We can effectively run, it is either a planter or a seeder, so it covers off all our requirements. Soybeans we'd need a planter for, canola and any grain crop, arable crop, we would have needed a seeder for. So with this, best of both worlds. Not the biggest, not the widest, but it'll get the job done. So get all powered up, get that lowered down. Nice animation on it too. Let's start moving forward, getting some canola planted, putting some fertilizer in with it, and getting the next crops all ready to go. Well, I've just seen FSG roll into the farm in the combine. In fact, there he goes with the cultivator, moving that out of the way as well. So he's back. This means everything is down from the other field, and we are just about finished here. This is going to be the last little bit to do. Chewed through the fertilizer, not used too much seed, and this planter has been fantastic. It's a rocket ship, 10 miles per hour. It fair hauls through there, and the JCB not missed a beat. It's been fantastic. So nice planting combo. Looking forward to trying this out a little bit more. Right, there we go. Now let's just go through, get this all folded up. Check out this animation again. Man, it's good. I love it. Looks very nice. Right. With that all sorted, let's go and park up. We'll catch up with FSG because I think that will probably just about do it for today.
Hey, Args, how was that?
Yeah, that planter is fantastic. It's rockets through the field, 10 miles per hour, nice and fast.
Yeah, I was watching you. You were moving at some pace.
And the tractor pulls it really nicely too, which is a good combo.
Nice. Nice.
No, don't tell me you pulled up next to the pressure washer to give the combine a clean, did you?
I am going to clean the combine, yes. I've just cleaned the T7 and the cultivator, even though we've got another field to do. But I thought, you know what? Let's start off on the right foot with Args.
All right. I like it. I like it. Oh, that's good. All right. Well, that's been a productive day. Getting the wheat done, canola planted. You've got a couple of fields prepped, ready to go. More wheat into the flour mill as well. So we're not too far away from being able to start making some fish food.
Exactly, mate. Yeah, no, I think I was just saying before, it's quite nice with the size of the fields and the way things are. You feel like you get through a lot quite quick.
You do. No, it's good. Excellent. All right. Well, I'll leave you to it. I'll leave you doing a bit of cleaning up, and we'll catch you next week.
Absolutely, mate. Yeah. Have a good one.
Nice one. All right. Thanks. We'll see you then. Bye.
Take care, buddy. Bye.
Well, there we go. Evidence FSG does know how to use a pressure washer. It's quite possibly one of the longest running gags in Farming Simulator. Look at that. Actually not getting any animation off the end of the wand there, the magic cleaning wand. Anyhow, combine is looking clean and shiny, and the train goes roaring past the farm once again, and we are going to say thank you all very much for watching. As always, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Hello, Args. How we doing?
Doing well, FSG. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing great, mate. Doing great. We
That's
are back on Kinlake, and there's still loads to do.
Yeah, they're just running through our list of jobs, and there is a fair few things to do. We've got the field we planted last week behind you, which needs rolling. That's about the only thing we need to get done this month. But if we roll forward into September, we can get some cereal crops in, wheat and barley, potentially, or one or the other, and those other two fields we've got.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, we've obviously cultivated the field, the other one, the smaller one behind you. But yeah, it might as well wait a month because there's no point in putting any more canola in, is there?
No, that's right. That's right. So yeah, and then get those planted, get them rolled, and it should just about do us.
Yeah, and that's us. Yeah, that's us till next harvest.
Yeah, although we've got that.
About some Highland cows or something.
Maybe we've got that field of soybeans still, which we need to just wait to mature because we need that for the fish feed.
Yeah, that's the only thing stopping us kind of starting on the fish food empire, isn't it?
That's right. We've got the canola oil started, and we've got a couple of pallets of flour which we can pick up at some stage.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Nice.
I guess we flip a coin and see who wants to roll this field.
Yeah, you choose.
Why don't you do this, and I'll just sit back with a cup of tea and watch.
Well, you can go and start liming that field if you want.
I could do that as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll do that.
Cool. All right. I wonder if the little JCB would probably pull that roller, wouldn't it?
I think it probably would. I don't think it needs a lot of power.
No. All right. We'll put that to work.
Nice one. Right, I'll go and get the lime spreader out.
Yeah, sounds good, mate. We'll see you soon.
All right, see you in a bit.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Kinley and our Highlands fishing experience. It's FSG off of the New Holland. He is going to go and pull out the lime spreader, as we just said. Make a start on this. As for me, I'm going to jump in here and get the JCB, get the little old fast track, and run that round with the roller. Hopefully it's going to be powerful enough. Now, I noticed I came in here before. For some reason, when we dumped the wheat in here, it put some on this side, but then it also put some on that side instead of putting them together. So I don't know what's going on there. It seems a little bit strange, but we might think about picking up a bucket for the telehandler so we could grab that little bit of wheat and dump it in over this side. The other little funny thing I noticed, some stones showing up in our wheat, so I don't know where they've come from. I do. They've come up off the ground, but just funny again to see the way that that's working. Probably not intended, but they won't end up in the trailer when we come to sell. Anyhow, let's get this trailer unhooked. We'll go and get a start on the rolling. Alright, I can just see FSG racing. Is he going to head around that way? There he goes. He's off with the lime spreader. So he will go down into that field we harvested last one, the one down by the harbour. It'll be interesting. He should... We need to fill up once maybe with it, but it'll be very close as to whether he can get that done in the time it takes us to get this done. Smaller field here, but probably a slightly slower job in what he can do with the lime spreading. So anyhow, we will find out. Alright, let us roll over this way. Get things unfolded, and we'll get around the field, start getting this all blended out. Alright, there we go. Doing everything we can to make sure we have a perfect yield on these fields come harvest time next year. Okay, it's all unrolled. Unfolded, not unrolled. Right, there we go. Get that rolling texture coming through. Here we go. What do I reckon? Let's try and do this. We won't do it in CAD, but let's try and do this without any guidance, just because we're getting such a good change in texture there. I reckon might be able to do it without. So we'll jump out of here. We'll go into a third-person view. Let's see how we go. Right, well there we go, we managed to nail that field without any issues, no guidance as it's steering or anything. It's amazing what being able to see the texture change right underneath your wheels makes to being able to get it done. Right, but anyhow, let's get ourselves out here and get to about there. There we go, we'll get this folded up. And we'll be able to, well I guess we'll park it up actually because we'll probably need this very, very soon. For the other fields, FSG is off liming. He should just about be finished, so we will park up and see him when he gets back over here.
All good, Args?
Yeah, no, all good. That worked really well with the roller. All fast track handling, no worries.
Excellent. Well, I guess at just 2 minutes past 3 in the afternoon, we've got all we can do done till next month now, haven't we? So
yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
We'll bounce back in September and see what's what there.
Sounds like a plan. Must be time for a scotch, is it?
At 3 in the afternoon. I'm surprised we've not had 3 or 4 already.
How could I know you were going to say something like that? All right, I'll meet you inside.
Right. See you in a bit. Well, Args, we're a month later now, and we already have a nice little crop of canola growing here. Looking good.
Yeah, it is looking good. Just looking out across the field. Very nice indeed. But we're into September now, and I think choice of wheat or barley. I was thinking about it. We probably want to go for whatever yields the highest because it converts into flour, and then we'll get more flour, won't we?
Yeah, that makes total sense.
So, what yields higher, wheat or barley?
In that instance, I do you know what? Off the top of my head, I don't know. I think it's wheat.
Yeah, that's what I'd go for as well.
I've got no rationale for that.
We'll check the max.
Just gut feel after playing the game for a few years.
Yeah, we'll check the maximum prices because that normally reflects it. Higher price will be a lower yield.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we've got 2 fields to plant, 1 to cultivate, and then 2 to roll once we're done, won't we?
That's right. Yeah, I will need to lime the big field at the bottom as well.
Ah, okay. Okay, cool. Yes, we will. What do you feel like doing then?
I'm not fussed. I could do the little field. I could plant the little field
Yeah, okay.
with a bit of wheat.
Well, how about
and then you can.
How about I roll down and get that field limed down the bottom? You can go and plant, and then hopefully by the time you're finished, I can be back with the cultivator, and you can follow me around with the planter, and I can cultivate that field in front of you.
I'm good with that if you are.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Brill.
See how it goes.
All right, let's do it. I'm going to give that new fast tracker a whirl.
Yeah, you'll get to. Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice setup. That planter's awesome.
Cool.
All right.
Let's do that.
Yeah, I'll go and hook that fertilizer spreader that you so elegantly backed into the shed before.
I know, I could have just left it out there, right?
Could have. That's right. Kept it out of the rain.
Good stuff. Right,
All right,
I'll
mate.
chat to you in a bit.
Yeah, enjoy that tractor.
Nice one, Args.
So just doing the maths, the barley maximum price is $3.79 and wheat max price is $4.08. Does that mean barley is actually a slightly higher yielding crop, $2.58 and $2.78? I reckon barley is actually our option. Must be very close. Is oats any different? Not that we can plant them. Oats is a much lower yielding crop, so barley and wheat must be very close. There we go. Alright, should we tell FSG? We'll just let him go with what he feels like. We'll just let him do what he wants. He's a big boy, he can make up his own mind. Right, get this out of the way so he can get out, and we'll get that fertilizer spreader hooked up. Well, look at that, we're pretty much full of lime. I didn't have it in my heart to tell FSG. He went down, he must have gone down and spread lime on that little field. We did that the first episode while he was harvesting, but must have forgotten that, so didn't really have it in my heart to tell him that he kind of wasted his time while we were rolling, but we'll let him figure that out for himself. Anyhow, let's get on down this way. We're going to shoot down and get this field done. Nothing coming on our right? No, because we ain't stopping. Get this field spread. Oh, that's a beautiful old car. I want to catch that with the trailer and I think they were a bit nervous as we went past them. Anyhow, let's carry on. Corn's grown a lot around us. Let's wait for this tourist bus. But yeah, lots of corn around. That's really grown quite some since we were last here. I'm not going to go past, of course not. What an inconvenient place for them to stop. Here we go. We'll make our way around. They're going to go now? They are going to go now. Obviously, anti-farming bus driver. Anyhow, here we are. This is our field. Let's get into it. Get unfolded. Get started with some spreading. And there we are, unfolded. Get that turned on. Turn on a bit of cruise control. We've got our guidance assist or steering assist all set up, and there we go. Racing around 11 miles per hour. We
FSG to
will actually
Args.
go pretty well with this. Hang on, here's FSG. Go ahead, buddy.
Just checking prices. Barley's coming in. I just took one of the prices off the list, but barley's coming in at 266 and wheat's 305, which suggests to me maybe barley would be the better shout.
Yeah, I kind of reached the same conclusion actually. I had a look. They're very close though. I think oats is quite a lot different, but I think barley and wheat must be quite close. But I'm happy with barley as long as we can make it into flour.
Yep, I think we can. So
Okay.
all right, good stuff.
Cool.
I thought I'd double
Enjoy.
check before I went and did something wrong.
All good. All right.
That's all, mate.
Have fun. See you soon. Alright. He should have checked before he limed that field. Anyhow, we'll let him off with that. It didn't actually cost anything because look at the lime going down on here as we go around compared to what he put on it. So at least the precision farming and the automatic application came in clutch there because it didn't put on more than we needed. Let's demonstrate though, we are going to be running back up to the farm a couple of times to top up at this rate. We're using this up pretty quickly. Anyhow, right. Let's carry on, let's get into it, and we'll see you when we're done. here we go, just about finished. A little section in here, and we're going to have just enough line for it. What do we have to go back? Twice? 3 times? I remember now, I think it was only twice. So this is our third fill up that we're just about going through. So yeah, not too bad. Too bad at all. And that is the field done. FSG is about 3/4 of the way through seeding, so I should have enough time to hopefully get back to the farm, get this all unhooked, get the cultivator hooked up, come over here and make a start. But if we don't, he does have the ability to roll the field he's seeding at the moment, so that might give us a chance to get a little bit further ahead as well. But let's head on back over to the farm and we're going to get hooked up with the cultivator. It's going to be a goodie actually. Lots of different equipment, different variety of things that we're doing, keeping us on our toes. Right, let's roll on. Seeing we've finished with this for a while, we best give it a decent wash off before it goes away in the shed. We do have the pressure washer, we may as well make use of it. Here we go. Just get dirt in there on the rims, always hard to get off. Alright, there we go, maybe it was just a reflection. A bit of a reflection. Alright, that's looking much shinier. Back down, get this backed into the shed, we'll go find the cultivator. Here we are, we'll get backed in here and get this all hooked up. Perfect. Alright, let's roll on over. Go make a start now. This will take a little bit longer than the line spreading, on the basis that it does have a much more, narrower work width than what we were just on. Not sure how fast it goes either. We will have to figure that out when we get there. But at least we won't have to run all the way back each and every time to fill up with anything. So get on down, running the same path over and over. Let's get on down and make a start. Alright, here we are. Let's get this unfolded. Our working width and guidance all set up. Gone for 3 headlands here. So here we go. It's all going to work out. Get that lowered down into the ground. And we should just be able to start driving forward. Here we are. Cultivating, right. It's a good start. Okay, well, let's just carry on with this. I'm going to turn the lines off in just a second. And we'll get this time lapse up and moving. And see how far we can get through before FSG gets here to start with the planting. Well, timing wise, this has worked out pretty well. FSG's just pulled into the field, as you would have seen, and we're just finishing off this kind of right hand side. I decided to split the field a little and get a chunk done rather than starting from one side and working across. And like I said, it's worked out pretty well. So, not sure how he's going to start. Looks like he's going to start around on the headlands. So, we are going to have to be careful when we go round that we don't cultivate where he's already been. But there you go. He's not quite started yet. Quite lowered things down. There we go. That twin Vader stats. Alright, well he's got straight into it. Carrying on, I'm assuming we're putting more barley in. The happy days. Well, we're just going to carry on. Nothing to chat about. Keep working. Right, there we go. Probably shouldn't be racing along at 1,000,000 miles an hour and trying to fold this up at the same time, the way those wheels drop down, but didn't really want to accidentally lower it or something as we go through where FSG's planted already. So there you go. He's into it. He's making a bit of a dent in the field. We're not paying attention to where we're going. We will get ourselves out of here, hopefully, without whacking the fence or the gate. There we go. And we'll leave him to it. Now we're going to go over back to the farm. We'll go and grab the roller. We'll come on back over and we can start doing some rolling. We'll definitely catch up doing that, I expect, because that roller was a decent size. FSG has already rolled the other field as well, so once we get that done, planting and rolling, we will be completely finished getting these fields turned over. So next job will be soybeans. Well, no beacons on this old beast, so we can't be turning those on. We can put our flashes on though, we'll get those turned on. Safety first, and get on down to the field. Now, I did leave the New Holland sitting there with the cultivator on the back. It's mindful of the fact we do have those soybeans to do. When I put the sprayer away, or the fertilizer spreader away before, I said we won't need it for a while, but we will have to put some lime on that field once it's done. But it's a couple of months away at least, so we'll need the cultivator for the same. Right, let's get on down. We'll go and start getting some rolling done now. We'll have a look in a second, because I think, when I was steering over the fence into the back of our productions, we might already, we can skip forward a month, have quite a bit of flour and quite a bit of oil that we need to take care of. Alright, here we are. Let's get this turned around. Get this unfolded. Back a little bit as we do it. These wheels, instead of dragging across the dirt, they should really be running out. Yeah, that'll do. A lot of load through those wheels as it rolls down like that, but anyhow, hasn't broken yet. There we go. Right. Once again, let's do this without any steering assist. We'll just keep on going. We'll be able to go around the field once. Looks like FSG's actually done a little bit more on the headland since we left up at this end. So we can get around the field once, and then it should give us enough space to turn around, particularly with these nice wide field edges. So let's just carry on. Get this field rolled. we go, last strip, and we'll be done. A few little issues there with a bit of lag through the middle of that field with the rolling, and caused a few little hiccups, including a game disconnect, so a little bit longer to get done than we would have liked, but doesn't really matter too much. We're finished. It's the last job for the day today. CFSG standing there safely behind the stone fence. I think he might be a little bit worried I'll lag out again and run him over. But he is just hanging out there. He's finished with the planting. And that just about does us. I think there's a little patch just over this way I'll pick up on the way past. Seeing it somewhere. Yeah. That bit there, or back over by the field entrance. Maybe it's by the field entrance. Anyhow, we'll run along here and just make sure we get everything all rolled properly. Here it is in front of us. Perfect. Right, with that, we'll get things folded up and head on out of the field, catch up with FSG, get everything back to the farm.
Good job, well done, mate.
Yeah, it was a productive few hours, wasn't it? A lot's done.
It was, and our yields are off the charts for all our crops.
Are they? Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, like 125% across the board.
Oh,
so.
wow. All right. We were actually chatting as we were driving about how much flour we've already got and how many soybeans and that we're going to have, and we might be a bit short. Might have misestimated on that. So.
Yeah, we might have to lease a field or two and see if we can harvest the crop off them.
Possibly. Either that or we sell the excess flour we have.
That's true, yeah. Yeah. No, definitely worth it.
Cool.
Cool, all right. Well, so soybeans next. Let's hope that they're going to be ready soon, and then we can actually start making some fish food.
Yeah, that's right. That's about all we're waiting for now. So that'll be good.
Yeah.
Good to finally get some underway, and then from fish food we'll start to get some fish.
That's right. So,
perfect. Oh, good one, mate. That was fun as always. I'll run these tractors back up to the yard and catch you next week.
Yeah, sounds like a plan to me.
Perfect. All right, see you then, mate. Have a good week.
Have a good week, mate. Cheers.
Bye. All right, we'll let FSG go first because I think he's probably in the faster of the fast tracks. Big brother. It's the older, I wouldn't say younger, older, smaller sibling. Definitely older, not younger. But there we go. Anyhow, good to know that our yields are looking promising at this time of the year already. It's certainly something to be happy about. There we go. Let's roll on out. There goes that car again. Obviously out for a cruise. It is Sunday after all. Out for a Sunday cruise. Anyhow, we're going to get back, get everything put away and sorted out for next time. But for today, we're going to call it quits for the video. So, as always, thank you all very much for watching. Just watching FSG having to navigate around that Skoda. Always fun. But thanks again. Have a good rest of your week. Appreciate your support. Thank you all very much for watching. And we'll catch you in the next one. Well, hello FSG, how are you today?
Hey Args, how's it going?
I'm doing well, thank you. We're a couple of months further down the track than last time we were on the farm.
That's right, yeah, it's been quiet. We got everything done so efficiently that there was not much going on, so we've come back a couple of months later.
So soybeans are ready to harvest, which is nice because that's the last ingredient we need to finally get some fish food made. So that's one task for today. And the other is I think the crops we've planted need a little bit of nitrogen, so we'll pull out that nice self-propelled sprayer and get some nitrogen on the fields.
Yeah, they just need a little top off to maximise that yield potential, which is good. And we've also built a little storage shed down by the mills, haven't we? So we can kind of pull stuff away from the productions and just store it when we need, and then take it off when we need it.
That's right. So I guess that's the main things, isn't it? Get the soybeans into the fish food factory.
Yeah.
And get these crops looking good. So what do you feel like doing?
I am totally flexible. I know you like that sprayer, so I don't mind jumping in the combine if you want and getting the soybeans off. And by the time we've both done that, we can then start shuffling some produce around and see if we can start to make some fish food.
Yeah, no, that sounds good. We've got the telehandler too we can run down because there's the forklift down there too. But maybe a telehandler down there just to get things done a little bit quicker too.
Yeah, all right. Sounds good.
Yeah, cool. All right, well, I'll fish the sprayer out. find some nitrogen, get that sorted out, and actually I'll bring the trailer over for you too first, so you don't have to double up.
Okay, mate. Thank you.
Perfect. All right, let's get to it.
All right, catch you in a bit. Cheers.
Howdy folks, good morning, welcome back here to Kinley. Yeah, as we just said, we're going to be in here. I'm going to jump up into this beautiful Daemon sprayer, get some liquid nitrogen put on. Gosh, striking the speech this evening. But before we do that, we need to get the T7 out, so we might actually put that on the trailer, just because we're going to move it anyhow. So we'll go hook that up, that can go over to the field for FSG to put the soybeans into, and then we'll jump into that. We should be able to fill it up from one of our tanks. I'm not sure, probably I think the multi-buy silo you can see over the back there. That's going to be our option, but we'll figure that out in just a second. First things first, let's go and fish out the trailer, and we will go and get that to the field for FSG. Now, I'm not actually sure where it is, but I'm assuming I'm going to find it over in the shed here. The rest of our crop, let's just have a look. It's still in the middle, isn't it? Yeah, there it is. Haven't used it for anything else, so there's no reason for it to have moved. Let's go about getting backed in here. Going at 1,000,000 miles an hour, but faster than we should. Is that sorted out? Let's run over the train tracks, avoiding any collisions with the train. Go and park this in a convenient spot. Of course, soybeans, not a hugely yielding crop, high yielding crop, so really no point having us both there in the field. I'll just end up spending most of my time waiting around for FSG to get into it. So here we go. No train coming. We'll come behind that crop of corn there very rapidly, but no, we're all good to go. Right. Just wait for FSG to get the field cut open just this little bit, and we'll be able to leave it in a spot for him to get going with. It's like he had to run over a few soybeans to get there into the field. Someone did make the suggestion, I think to both of us, that the Cressoni foldable grain header would actually be a good option for dealing with these narrow gates and being able to get in and out, so might be something we look to upgrade come next season when we're going to need a little bit more. But there we go, we'll leave this just parked here on the edge of the field. That should be a good spot for FSG, and we will go over and get started with some spraying, get some liquid nitrogen applied. Here we are. This is a tidy bit of kit, great visibility here, lots of views, lots of angles to look at, lots of glass, be able to see things, and we'll have a good look at that once we get out into the field and get it all unfolded. But let's go and have a look at getting some nitrogen in it. We're actually sport for choice actually at the moment with self-propelled sprayers in the game, particularly with the addition of the Case Patriot recently. Probably not the most ideal to have on this type of farm, but certainly plenty of farms where that would be a good choice. So get ourselves close here to this one. Pretty sure we press the refill option. Here we go. Options for herbicide and liquid fertilizer. So we'll go through, get that topped up, 5,000 litres, $2,500 there or thereabouts, and we'll just sneak into this first field and see how it all goes. Get it unfolded, get up and going. So we've made it here into the field, get things unfolded. That is quite a quick activation, which is nice and handy. So there's little guides here out on the edge too. It's kind of nice. We are set up here with some steering assist, and I've brought the mini map up down in the corner. So we'll just make sure that everything is going on as it should. So get that turned on, a little bit of section control working, and as you can see, we're increasing nitrogen level to optimal value for canola on the appropriate soils types, and that's going nice and green. So this is going to give our crops another good boost just to bump those yields up come harvest time. So there we go, everything up and running, looking pretty good. So nothing else to do but race around this field. We'll jump from this one, we'll go down past FSG, jump into the other one that we've got down there, and then we'll head down to the big field down by the water. That should pretty much, hopefully, keep us busy until FSG's finished with the harvesting. might be a little bit of server lag, I think. We're getting a bit flickery, but I was just going to say, as we finish this field, how cool the section control is. You can see it sort of switching off as we get up here and only having certain parts of it on, and you might have seen it through the video, through that time lapse of getting those 3 fields done, how quickly it all worked. So that's worked out really, really well. Like I said, we are all done. I'm not quite sure whether there's a difference in soil type. In fact, it's just while we're here, we'll go any further. I'm going to have a look, because you can see on the map down the bottom, we've got this very, very dark green patch, and then it's kind of more yellowy across the rest of the map, the rest of the field. So take a look and see what the soil data have to say. That probably explains why. So we've got loamy. That probably actually explains why. We've got loam across the top here, a little bit of sandy loam in the corner, and the rest is silty clay. You can see the pH is different, and our nitrogen does kind of follow that arc. Yellower. So we've got the same, not quite so bad across this field. Definitely up in this one, so let's just have a quick look. Yeah, similar sort of soil types, loam and silty clay in there, so quite a defined line on the nitrogen there. Interesting. Oh, good to see the system's working. While we're at it, you can actually see FSG down here, and as soybeans do, you can see the nitrogen's actually increasing as he's harvesting. So soybeans are very good at returning nitrogen into the soil. Basically means you don't have to put any nitrogen on the crop that is after them. So handy there to know that. Right, I was wondering, I might just have a quick look on the contracts and see if there's a contract we could go to. We've got 75% of about fertilizer still floating around in here, so maybe we could go for a little bit of a tour and see if there's somewhere else we can do some more. I will jump out, close the gate here just to make sure no one ventures into our field. We shouldn't need to be here again until it is ready to be harvested. So I'll get this shut and then we'll take a look at the contracts. Well, there's one fertilizing contract. It's just down the road. It's only worth $2,000. It's only a 3.7 acre field. It's tiny, so really don't see any point in going and doing that one, which is a little bit of a shame. Would have been nice to see a little bit more of the map. Just have a look, just compare that field. Yeah, it's tiny. It's about the same size as that one, so it's only 3 or 4 passes. Wouldn't take long to do, but not worth the reward for it. So we will head on back, go and put this away in the shed, and we'll go and see where FSG is, see what he's up to with the harvesting. We might be able to take some soybeans down to the fish food factory. Here we go. Tractor's 60% full on the trailer, so we won't run it down yet. I'm not sure whether we're going to get all of this in one go. I don't think we will. I reckon we're going to need a couple of trailer loads, so we'll see if we can get this as full as we can, as quick as we can, not sitting around for too long, because that'll give us a chance to run it down to the fish food factory while FSG is still harvesting. Might as well come up the top here and unload on the run back down the hill. FSG was saying with the slope on this hill, the old combine was sort of struggling a little bit going up it, so interesting to see how he gets on. Right, this wrapped around here. Oh, he's going to go back down that way. Is he? Yeah, he is. Alright. Oh, we'll meet him back down the bottom. Very helpful. Doing that. Alright, here we go. Let's get pulled up beside him. Get unloaded on the way back up the hill here. Exactly how full he is. And we'll see how we go once we get to the top. Slow down a little bit. Certainly see the combine struggling on the way up here. Here we go. He's put about 10% in and we've already actually emptied the hopper, so we'll ask FSG, see whether he reckons he's going to get it all done or not. Args at FSG.
Go ahead, Args.
You reckon you'll get this whole field into one trailer load?
Let me just pull up the hood actually, because another 30%. Yeah, I think the rest of that will go in here.
Okay. Cool. I'll hang around then. I won't
soon
rush.
Find out. You know what's going to happen.
We're going to have like 1,000
Well,
litres.
Yeah.
That's right. It's a good problem
Comes
to
with
have.
the territory, right?
Absolutely. Definitely right about that combine struggling up the hills.
Yeah, it's a bit slow, isn't it? It's a bit slow.
That's right.
Yeah, no, I might. No, I'm going to say no. I think we'll struggle, but
Okay.
let's see.
All right. Set a challenge.
Could go one of two ways.
All right. Let's find out. There you go. We'll see how he goes. We've got space for 28%. So what might that end up about? 6,000 litres. Almost 3/4. 20, so must get to about 28,000 litres. I can't actually remember how full these, what the capacity on these trailers is, so we'll wait and see how we go. Truth in just a second and see whether we're going to get the rest of this crop into the one trailer. I think we will. Pretty confident we're going to. FSG is getting ready to unload there. We'll pull up the side. Swing it underneath. There we go. Stopped it waiting for us. See how we go. Right. See it filling up. Filling up. We're tight. How close are we going to get? 95, 96, 97, oh no. Ah, there we are, we're full. Wonder how much he's got left in the combine.
Oh, 96 litres left in the
96 litres.
1%.
Dump it on the ground.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to get close. Oh, that's funny. Alright, well I'm going to run this down to the factory.
Good stuff. I'll see you back in a bit.
That's good, buddy. You just wouldn't read about it, would you? 96 litres. Now it's probably easier to have gone out to the left there, but it was going to be a bit hard to turn, and we might actually end up on a better road going down this way. So let's turn those flashes on. Come into a better perspective for driving on the roads. Get into the cab. I'm going to mosey on down and find my way to the fish feed factory down at the wharf. We already own it, it is ours, so get on down there, and once we get the soybeans into it, we'll be able to grab some of the oil. Now I was looking at the productions while we were waiting there for FSG, just having a look to see where they were at, and we've actually gone through all of our canola, as well as all our wheat and barley that we had to put in them. So what we're going to have to do is figure out with this amount of soybeans, do we have enough canola and do we have enough flour to be able to process those, because otherwise might just be worth selling any leftover crop, and fingers crossed having enough fish food to make a decent amount of fish, or get those fish moving. So let's find out. We'll get on down, get this all up and started. Well, I've been following the road signs and I think we need to go in here on the right, so we're just going to wait for these traffic signals to change for us, and we'll head in this way. A bit of a wide berth, hopefully we can get past this van. Between those and the traffic lights, there we go. Alright, a little bit of a tight squeeze down in here. I did see a sign saying not suitable for heavy goods vehicles, and I can now understand and appreciate why. Can they feed co? I think that's us over the other side there. Let's go and have a look and see if we can find somewhere to dump these beans out. Here we go. This looks like a dump trigger for us. Now I'm going to double check because I don't want to put these in a sell point and end up without any. I've got a dump there for the soybeans. Let's just make sure we're at the factory. There we are, you can see us flashing, and this is the fish food factory, and it's owned by Thistle Farms. So, any further ado, let's hit the dump button. Hopefully, as this starts going down, yeah, we're not getting any money going up, so that's going into the production. Beautiful. Right, first stage. And last ingredient we needed to get for the fish food. Fantastic. Now will be an effort of getting some flour and some oil down here. We'll be able to get things all up and running. So give your FSG a yell. Probably meet him back at the other productions where the flour and the oil are. Well, we went a bit of a roundabout way, but we're finally back here at the yard. Looks like FSG's got the telehandler out. So we'll pull up just here and go and have a chat to him, see what the plans are.
All done?
Yep, all those soybeans down. I got a little bit lost on my way back. Took a bit of a tiki tour and went the long way.
Did you?
Yeah.
Just enjoying the scenery.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place to look around.
So, shall we start moving some of this produce around? We can run stuff down to the fish food factory, but also I think we need to get it out of the output bays in the productions as well, don't we?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think grab some out and put it in that shed you've put up, and like you say, get some down so we can get some fish food being made now that the soybeans are there.
Cool. Right, let's do that then.
Okay, you're going to run the telehandler down. Do you want me to grab the little truck and bring that down too?
Yeah, bring that over and we can start hauling stuff straight away.
Yeah, okay, perfect. Alright, I'll meet you down there.
Nice one, mate.
So probably the one little bit of equipment that we hadn't shown you, we've had right from the start, is the little Lizard Dragon truck here. We can lower the sides down. I'm going to use that to haul flour and oil down to the sell point. Probably a good sized vehicle running around these narrow roads here in Kinley, particularly after the experience I've just had getting down into the fish food factory. So let's jump in here, get things started up, zoom out a little bit, and let's go for a bit of a drive down the road. Now, I shouldn't be able to get too lost going along here because this is just around the corner from the farm. Not too far away at all. So let's get down there and we'll see about getting a few pallets put onto the back of this and move the rest of the pallets into some storage. Alright, there's FSG. He's already starting to get things moved, so let's park this here so it's kind of out of the way now. I can find, there we go. There's the controls. Get that lowered down on that side. Turn it off and leave it there. Now, I'm going to jump over here. So, this little shed here does have an anywhere object storage hiding in it as well. We've got all the triggers and everything missing so you can't tell, but that's going to be how we're going to store all our produce. All our products that come here out of our oil and grain mill. So, some oil out the back here. We'll grab the forklift and get moving with that. CFSG starting to get some pallets of flour, and there is quite an abundance of flour in here. So we're missing ingredients for oat and wheat flour, so all out of oats, all out of wheat. Go and have a look here. We're missing materials for canola oil as well. So all out of options there, and no more canola to actually put into there. So it'll be what it'll be. Let's jump here into the Zhanghenreich forklift and go and get some canola moved around. So first things first, let's see if we can stack a few of these pallets up. And I'm going to put some on the back of the truck. And how much we're going to take down to the feed mill or not? We'll just have to figure that one out. Right, 2 at a time. I think that's going to be a good number. Any more than that on a multiplayer server, we'll be asking for trouble. Right, going to chuck a couple of these up on the back of the truck. I'm really not sure exactly how much flour we've got, but these pallets just keep on coming. FSG's been moving and moving and moving, and yeah, there's still more here. Now we're going to try and get a few put on the back of the truck. So we've got these to take down to the food factory. Let's stack a couple up again. Put these on the back, but this is bonkers. So much flour, and we're going to have more flour than we know what to do with. And there we go. Looks like FSG's got the last 3 pallets out of there. That is a lot of flour. I really didn't realise we had quite as much as we do, so yeah, crazy. Now, might as well make use of this shed. Put the forklift in here. Lay it down the side. Go and grab the truck, and we'll run this down to the food factory.
Geez, Args, I never thought they would stop spawning as I took them away.
Yeah, I didn't realise we had so much in there. There's 37,000 litres. That's nuts.
Yeah. Have you seen how much it's worth?
No,
Even
I haven't.
now, when it's not peak price.
No. Pretty penny, is it?
It is. 32. That's worth 32,000.
Crikey. Not bad.
And the canola oil on its own is worth 11 and nearly 12,000.
Well, these fish better be worth it then, hadn't they?
Exactly. But they're super lucrative, right? You think of the crops we've just planted. There's going to be a lot of flour out of that.
Yeah, we've still got some more wheat in the shed we can bring down at some stage too if we want to.
That's right, tons. Yeah. So.
Yeah, we talked about just keeping that in the shed and selling it as a crop, but I reckon flour could be the go.
Yeah, definitely. And I think, in fact, it was Cranky this week said in my comments, go and look at the recipes for flour because that's interesting. So barley flour, 30 barley makes 22 flour. Oat flour is 1-to-1, 15 oats is 15 flour. But then wheat, 5 wheat makes 4 flour. So interesting. I don't know if that kind of adjusts the...
Yeah, and someone also pointed out to me the cycles
production
as well. So barley's 480 times a month, whereas oats is 1,200 times a month. So kind of evens out a little bit.
Look at wheat.
Interesting, isn't it?
2,500. Yeah, so...
oats is almost...
Good to do some testing.
Yeah, oats might almost be the best because it's 1-to-1 oat to flour and has a decent cycles.
Yeah.
But is it a lower yielding crop? I think we figured that out too, isn't it?
It is about half the yield of wheat or barley, so...
Evens itself out in the end.
I think it does. It's probably pretty balanced, isn't it?
Yeah, right. Probably is. Right, do you want to jump in the truck and we'll go for a drive down and get this delivered?
Yeah, let's run down together.
Yeah, that's good.
Excellent.
I'll let you drive down. I've been there once already.
Alright. There we go. Just relatch that. Make sure it's safe. Sit comfortably, Args?
I'm good. I'm good to go. I've got my seatbelt on too.
A wise decision.
Oh, this is quite a milestone for us. We'll finally be producing some fish food.
Indeed. And that is why you put your seatbelt on, Args.
Goodness, I sure wasn't looking out that window.
Pulling out in front of the Range Rover. It's your massive head I couldn't see.
Yeah, right.
That's my excuse.
Fair enough. Stick with it. Stay on your side of the road as well. Thank you.
Yeah, not bad to get to this point where we're making fish food, what, 3 episodes in?
Yeah, no, it's good. It's very handy. Very good to have.
The fish empire will be massive before we know it, although we do need some capital if we're going to do some offshore stuff. They ain't cheap to buy, so maybe a couple of seasons of churning through crops and selling flour and oil. Whoa,
yeah.
Okay, that is a... I forget how high the load is at the back.
Once again, while wearing a seatbelt.
Hey, I held it well then.
You did do well, but no, you're right. The capital we're going to need for this is not cheap, particularly like you say to venture offshore and get into the really lucrative stuff.
But I wonder if there's some merit in even just selling the young fish to start with. How much money they're going to make us, I wonder.
Yeah, well, this is all learning. Things we'll find out.
Indeed. Well, that Project Motor Racing sign there. What sign have you got? You probably haven't got that.
No, I do have a Project Motor Racing one. I was just about to say the same thing.
Alright, here we go.
Yep.
Now, I think the production on this is quite slow, isn't it?
I'll have a look. I haven't actually turned it on yet. Let's see. Fish food from canola oil is 72 cycles per month, and it takes 50 flour, 50 soybeans, and 12 canola oil to make 100 fish.
Okay. So
we'll activate that, and
probably
we
need
set to storing.
We've only got 4,000 litres of flour. So I bet you flours. I mean, when you look at how much. Oh no, we've got loads of flour.
Soybeans and canola oil will be our 2 limiting factors.
Yeah.
So there's
a lot of soybeans in there, actually, to be fair.
Yeah, so the soybeans to flour, soybeans to canola oil is about 4-to-1, roughly, and we've got 6,000 litres of canola, so 4 times that is 24,000. So we'll run out of canola oil first.
Yeah. I have to buy some more in the interim.
Indeed.
We'll see how far this food goes, though. Could keep us going for a while. You never know.
Yeah, might do. All right, mate. Well, there we go.
That much. Cool. That was good.
Ticked off a milestone, which is fantastic.
Definitely feels like a milestone, doesn't it?
And we'll have to find some things to do over winter, I guess. Apart from feeding some baby fish.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we might have to expedite a few months.
Possibly. Might be the best way to do it.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, very good.
All right, mate.
Yeah, thank you very much. Have a good rest of your week.
Yeah, likewise. We'll catch up again. Getting close to Christmas now as well.
Yeah, it is. We are in November. Almost December. I've actually noticed some of the Halloween decorations around on some houses at the moment.
Yeah, it's quite cool, isn't it? It's quite cool. It'd be interesting to see what the weather does come winter as well. I mean, 17 degrees in November in Scotland isn't really a thing. 17 degrees in the middle of summer is not really a thing. So
we'll keep an eye on that.
Enjoy this warm weather while it's here.
It's also daylight too.
Yes, true. Yeah.
All right, I'll leave you to it, mate. Thank you. Have a good week. See you again soon.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Take care.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Well, there we go. The Kinlay Feed Co, or the Thistle Farms Feed Co, as it should really be known, is up and running. We are producing food, which is part one of, I guess, what we're trying to achieve here on this. So let's see where we go. Let's see where we end up. See if we can make a success of this. Stay with us if you want to find out more. As always, from the Farm Sim Guy and myself, thank you all very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this episode and hope you're enjoying the series, and we'll catch you in the next one. Well, good morning, FSG. How are you?
G'day, Args. Not too bad, mate. How are you?
Doing alright, thank you. Doing alright. It's nice to see down here at the Fish Food Factory. We've got our first few pails of fish food coming out there on the pallet.
We have indeed. Yeah, looking good. So we can finally kick off the fish empire.
That's
I
right.
think we've just got to find, I think there's a fork left around the corner somewhere we can load this into the truck.
Yep.
But we also, I think, realised that there's not masses of flour left, so we could do with running another block of flour down here as well to help the production keep going.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to need to keep that stocked up. Probably a good thing to stock it up now so it's full over winter. I don't know how much snow we're going to get and how accessible the roads will be, so better having it down here than in storage.
That is a good call. And to be fair, we've not got masses to do today. We're kind of in the kind of throes of rolling into the winter months, aren't we? So there's a little bit of pottering around and a few jobs to sort out. But in general, I think, it's a maintenance week. Shall we call it that?
Yeah, it is. It's sort of getting the farm ready for winter. Got that one field we harvested last week, which we can get some lime on and get that cultivated, ready to plant. We can't plant it yet because we want to put soybeans back in there.
Yep.
Yeah, just talked about the fish food. What else? Oh, we've got some wheat still sitting in the shed at home. We can take that down and get the mill running on that again. And right. We did talk a little about getting some Highland cattle.
Quite nice to have some Highland cows kicking about, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that'll be something to do over winter. We obviously don't have any food, so we'll have to buy that in. But yeah, just another thing to do up here in the Highlands.
Exactly. Right, let's get this fish food on the truck, and we'll go and we'll get some little baby fishies fed. Yeah,
sounds good. Do you want to? I'll grab the truck and get the sides down on if you want to go find the forklift.
I will go and have a nosy for it now. Yeah,
all
no
right.
worries.
Cool. Get loaded up.
All right.
Sounds good. Let's go. Well, g'day there everyone, welcome back to Kinlay here with the Farm Sim Guy. I'm going to go around to the correct side and hop in because I often don't. I have to just go and mash the buttons and hop in on whichever side's most convenient, but there we are. Somewhere around down on the docks there's a bit of a communal forklift, probably the best way to describe it. TFSG can go and grab that, and as we just said, I'll figure out which one that is. There it is, that side down. As we just said, we are going to start getting some fish food and start getting some baby fish produced, which is the first stage of the empire, first thing we are going to get done. So just wait for FSG, there he is. spotted the forklift coming racing around. We'll get this hooked up and then we'll run back together, go get that dropped off, and then we'll transition into some of those farming tasks around the yard. So one thing we've noticed with this production is it's very slow, so basically, well, not quite 24 hours since we dropped the ingredients off on the previous calendar day. We're here now, and that's all we've got out of it, so it is going to take us a little bit of time, by the looks of things, to get anything produced. Let's just see, is FSG going to come and jump in with us? Looks like he is.
All set, Args. On we go.
All set, let's find our way down to our little fish farm, which is down near the main farm, isn't it?
It is indeed. I was just saying then that the speed of production of fish food is relatively slow.
Yeah.
We just need to bear that in mind.
Yeah. And funny, I was saying exactly the same thing. We hadn't produced much in the previous 24 hours.
No. You know, if the fish empire grows, we need to be on top of the productions.
That's right. That's right. Is there a mod out that we could actually speed up with rate of production? I'm not sure if there is. Yet.
There probably is, actually. I'm sure there might be one, yeah. So,
I keep on driving this little
if
lock
not,
off
we could always...
and bite it
on a
more
night
than
out.
you have. Yeah, feels like it.
No, we could always dip in and tweak the XML, couldn't we, as well, on the map, maybe?
Yeah, possibly.
There's no mod available.
It's true. We can have a look at that. Right. Great, which way we're meant to be going here.
That's right.
Right,
And
let's
then
get
next left.
next right. Next right. Okay, we won't go to the castle.
Yeah, we don't need to go to the castle today.
Yeah. Right, let's get down to the fish, little fish hatchery. Alright, well, here we are. This is the fish hatchery.
Yes, indeed. We already own this, so
We do.
no extra
Skyfin.
cost required.
I own it, but I don't know where we deposit the food.
I do.
I think you do. Am I going in the right direction?
I would just stop here. That's fine.
Okay.
Pop the doors and I'll grab it out.
Yeah, okay.
If I remember correctly. I thought we had a forklift down here.
No, we don't.
Slightly awkward. Well, they're not that heavy.
A whole lot of pails. We'll take them off individually.
There you
There
go.
it is.
It's
Found
in
it.
anyway.
Found it.
Nice one. Right, and if we have a wee nosy in here, do we have enough to kickstart the fish food? Well, it's in here. Ah, need to activate it.
Turn
of
it
course.
on.
That. What do we want? Salmon or trout or a bit of both?
Let's just focus on one to start with, there.
Let's go with salmon. That's probably the most
Alright.
hottest thing.
There we go.
One.
Hundreds of fish just appeared in front of me in the
Yeah.
pools.
Look at that. Amazing.
Alright.
Now it'll be interesting to see how long this food lasts, won't it?
It will be. That'll be something else we'll need to keep on top of across winter.
Tremendous.
Nice
Okay.
one. Alright. Oh, head back to the farm. We'll go make a start on that field, I guess. Getting that one prepped.
Yeah, let's do that.
Sounds good.
Let's do that. Turn the engine off on this. In
That's
fact, do you want me to drop you at the farm and I'll run this down to...
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
we'll leave this at the farm
Yeah, take it back to the farm. So we'll need it for
and
later on.
I'll maybe run some wheat down to the mill.
Yep. That's good.
Cool. I don't know if you want to get started on the field or you want to run some grain down to the mill.
I don't mind.
I'll let you
Jump in and...
first dibs.
Yeah, I'll jump in and just start getting some lime applied, I suppose.
Right, cool. Yeah, I mean, crikey, dropping some grain off isn't going to take more than 5 minutes. The
No, the lime's
probably with a cultivator.
probably not going to take very long either.
No, it's not, is it?
Yeah, perfect.
Short episode upcoming.
It probably is. Right,
Yep.
I'll catch up with you soon then.
All right, I'll see you in 5.
Now, I'm just thinking about what tractor we're going to have to use. We've got the big fast track in here with the planter on it. Bit of a hassle unhooking that. We could probably use the old JCB. She's going to be running the New Holland. So let's hook up the JCB, the fast track here. Get that connected up. And we're going to start getting some lime applied. It is only just over the road. It is not going to take us very long. It is not going to be a hard or torturous effort. So just get back in here and see how much line. There's probably still some in the spreader actually. I can line myself up with it properly. Oh, look. Oh no, only 800 litres, so we'll definitely have to go and fill this one up. So go and get ourselves, oops, wait for FSG to go past. I knew that would happen. Off with the wheat, and we'll go and find some lime here over in the silo. Not quite sure why there's no animation on this pipe there. It's a little bit strange. Normally you'd expect to see a bit of dust and everything coming out of there, but not to bother. We are full. So we'll mosey on over this way, go around the end of our soon-to-be tenanted cattle shed. We'll get some Highland cattle into there. Make use of that while we have it on the farm. I'll head over the tracks here and straight into the field. Just like that. And then it'll just be a case of this unfolded. Even unfolded that. Turned it on first. Get that unfolded there. We'll get ourselves set up with some steering assist and we'll get on our way around the field. There we go. As the train rolls on past, we've got our automatic application rate going. We've got the monitor down there. We can see we are getting some lime applied. And we are up and moving. So, like I said, not going to take us too long to get this done at all, which is just fine. Just another task that needs to be done. Of course, we're not going to be planting this field for quite some time, but nice to have it all sorted and ready to go when the time comes. So let's jump into it. There's lots of time lapses in the last one, so let's put together a little bit of a montage. We'll see you when we're done. There we are, job done. That did not take very long, although annoyingly we had a pass and a piece left to do and we had to go and top up again. That's alright. We said before, not too far to go. FSG, as you can tell and as you would have seen, he is in there and underway already, so check for this train. Oh goodness, it is on a very regular schedule and comes around very, very often. But yeah, that's us done for the field work, basically, for this year, once FSG's finished in that. So what we are going to do, we're going to grab the truck here and we're going to head on down to the flour mill and we're going to pull out some pallets, get those loaded up and take them down to the fish food. Get this all put away first, of course, and yeah, that's going to be our job the next wee while, is take a load of flour down and put it into the fish food factory. By the time we're done with that, hopefully FSG will be finished with what he's doing, and we can work together on getting some Highland cattle on the farm. So I'm kind of intrigued because of the way that the object storage is in here, exactly how it's all going to spawn out now. I have to take a little bit of a wild stab at where the trigger is. Actually have to bring it up just to try and figure out exactly where it is. I thought it would have been around here somewhere. Right, here it is, just here. So, bring that up. Now, how many am I going to fit on there? If we can fit 6 on the bottom, we'll go for 12 to start off with. And, kind of hoping they are going to get all over the place because of where the telehandler was parked, which is a little bit of a shame. Not quite ideal, but we'll see it 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We've got those 2 there. So that's actually not too bad. That should make it quite easy to pick up. So, we'll use the telehandler. A bit of fun getting those 2 out of there, but we'll sort that out. And we'll get these loaded up and head on down and get them loaded into the fish food factory. Well, I honestly don't know what the best way to load this flour onto this truck is, but we've gone for 6 and 2, but we can't put the back flap up or it starts bouncing the pallets around, which is not ideal, so we'll make do with this, and fingers crossed, well, we're going to get down there fine because we're here already, but figure out what the best way to load them is in the future. But there we go, that's our second load down here, about 8,000 litres. We bought 11 down on the first one. That closed on the back, there we go. Yeah, so it's at 19,000 litres put in there, still quite a bit left in the shed. A little bit awkward with where the object storage was, with a few pallets being around the back of the box, but that's what it is. We'll make do, and I will make do with trying to stay on my side of the road. All sorts of things to blame, lag, controller, truck, who knows, but let's just all put it down to ability or lack of. Right, well, I think that's enough flour moved. FSG must be very close to being finished, so let's head back to the farm and we'll have a chat, see how he's got on with the cultivating, and then look at doing something about getting some Highland cattle. Well, it looks like we timed getting back over here just perfectly as FSG running down his last pass over there in the field. Doesn't it look nice and tidy now, all nicely cultivated. And ready for some seed come springtime. Perfect, that'll sit there nicely and just settle down, be a good seed bed for us come spring. Right, we'll go over and catch him when he gets back over here.
How'd you get on, Args?
19,000 litres, 19 pallets taken down.
Oh, impressive.
Yeah, so I should keep that running for some time.
Brilliant. Very good.
You're all done over the road?
I want it. Yep. I want it noted that I've parked next to the pressure washer and I will clean it before I put it in the shed.
Fair enough, I want it noted. I just backed the fertiliser spreader straight in without doing anything.
Change times,
I know, it is. It is. All right. I think all that's left to do is maybe grab a cattle trailer and pick up a few animals, or are we just going to get them delivered?
Oh yeah, we could get them delivered, couldn't we? And just top them up with a bit of TMR.
Get them going.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'll let you sort that tractor.
I already warned people it's going to be a relatively quick episode this week.
Yeah, no, there's not too much to do. 2 of us get through it pretty quick too.
We do indeed.
Nice.
All right. Trying to work out. We'll just chuck some TMR in the big grain trailer, shall we?
Yeah,
Make it
that's probably the best way to do it. Either that or the
Yep.
truck will take a few thousand litres, won't it? Tips.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Let's use the truck because I don't think we're going to buy hundreds of animals, are we?
No, we just get as much TMR as they need.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you get the animals? I'll get the TMR.
Okay.
And we'll see how we go.
Yeah, sounds good.
Nice one.
I'll find out where the buy point is. I'll figure it out. Look at that. Walked straight to it. So, first time buying some Highland cattle down to the bottom here. Now, I'm just trying to decide what we get. Do we get a diverse selection? I wonder if we get 10 of those is going to be 24,000. I was wondering if we got 10 of each. And we kind of have a decent spread of different ages. We've got capacity for 69 in here. So, let's have a look. Go there, we'll buy 10 of those ones. 10 of these ones. And we'll get 10 of these ones as well. And then basically if we're going to raise them for selling, we've got a good spread. Different ages there. There we go. Highland cattle acquired. FSG, oh, he hasn't taken the truck, he's done the pressure washing. There we go, already sorted out. Got the tractor looking nice and clean. We'll just pull over here and have a look. This driving looks like it's going a bit better than mine is. Hopefully, it's in underneath that spout. We're going to get some TMR out of it. Taking a wee while to tag through it. There it is. Yeah, $173. Actually got TMR, or we just went cheap and got some silage or hay. There we go, it's going in as food. That's not bad if it was $173 for 8,000 litres of TMR. 3,500, it's not 8,000. Why did I think 8,000 litres in that one? Here we go, let's have a quick look. There we go, it's 3,500 litres in there, and it was TMR. So, happy days. It's an easy way to take care of it. Maybe we do need to use the big trailer. Let him box on with that, do a few loads, and get them fed, get them supplied, get them growing. Nice addition. Nice to have these on the farm.
Well, Args, this is a nice little collection of animals.
Yeah, I went for 10 of each of the different ages. What is the farm develops?
Good call.
Yeah. And that TMR, I don't know why I'd ever make it again buying it for that price.
I said exactly the same. £173 for 3,500 litres.
Yeah, I know. It's criminal. Almost criminal.
Or 3 months of hard graft and misery to just make enough. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think we're onto a winner here.
Yeah, for sure we are. For sure we are. No,
oh, nice one.
Good call, this. Yeah, and they look good.
They do look good. Yeah, nice looking animals. Well, mate, I think that's us done for winter, really, isn't it? Well, not winter, it's not quite winter, but that's us done really until spring.
I think you're right, yeah. And in real life as well, obviously Christmas coming up over the next few weeks, and I think you're away and we'll be busy doing other stuff, so we'll probably have a little bit of a hiatus for a few weeks while the farm moves through to spring.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, definitely. I'm going to enjoy a warm, sunny summer, and you can have the cold, miserable one.
Yeah, I think that's going to happen for sure. But no, have a great time over the break, and we'll catch you in the new year back on Kinlake.
Sounds good, mate. I've been enjoying what we've been doing so far, and looking forward to expanding the fish empire a bit further.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be good, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, have a good one, mate. And
nice one.
Catch you next year.
Yeah, likewise. Cheers, mate.
All right.
Bye.
See ya. Well, I think this is my new favourite Highland cow that we have on the farm. If I could give them a name, this one would certainly be my pick. That was quite disruptive, what was just happening there. But yeah, what a good way to finish off the year, finish off our year with FSG and our year on the multiplayer series here on Kinley. Highland cattle acquired, the farm's in good shape, and we'll spring through winter and jump out in spring and be ready to do it all again. So Hope you've enjoyed this episode. As always, from the Farm Sim Guy and myself, thank you all very much for watching, and we will catch you in the next one.
Hello, Args. I guess it's Happy New Year. I know we're a couple of weeks in now, but Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, likewise, mate. Happy New Year to you. It is there's a few weeks into January already, and we're into April in game.
Yeah. I hope you had a good break and feel fully recharged.
Yep. Definitely looking forward to getting back into it. It's been a while since I've even sat down and played much Farm Sim, or done anything for
both,
that. For that matter, so looking forward to getting back into it, and I've been excited to actually get back here and play on Kinley again. I was enjoying this little series and what we were doing here.
Yeah, it's been good fun, hasn't it? Definitely the fish element has added a little something to it for sure.
Definitely has, and as we've skipped through sort of 5 or 6 months of winter, it's been quite productive in terms of our productions and things that have been tuning over.
That's right. Yeah, we've got a nice stash of small fish already, and I think more fish food than we know what to do with.
Yeah, that's right. We even had to turn on, because I think when we left last time we were only making salmon, and we've actually turned the trout on as well because we had so much fish food.
That's right, and let's not even get started talking about how much flour we've got.
No, I know. But we need to start looking forward to as well, because we've already got crops on the ground for next year. We need to think about what else we still need to do.
That's right. Yeah, no, the crops we put in last year are looking great. But there is the field that we cultivated last time up at the top, just behind the shed here. I think we're going to put some soybeans in there, aren't we?
Yeah, that's right.
And you had a good idea. We've got this patch of grass. Is it round here?
Yeah, around
just the other side of the canola field that we thought we might as well utilise a bit better and throw a plough in there and turn that into a field as well and bulk up our soybean production, because actually it turns out soybeans are what we need quite a lot of.
Yeah, that's right. I think this would be a good space, a bit of land in here. And while we've got the Highland cattle now, we're just going to keep on buying some feed from one of the neighbours and leave them to take care of that grass side of things.
That's right. The cost of that to buy versus doing all the work yourself is quite stark, the difference, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. It is. So that's kind of the plan for today. Plough a field, plant a couple of fields, and see where we end up.
Yep. Yeah. So,
awesome.
What would you like to start with, Args?
Well, I just wouldn't mind grabbing a plough and having a go with that. Grab maybe the fast track and go and pick up a plough and get this field made.
Get that powerful fast track going.
We'll have to.
All right. Well, I'll tool up the seeder and I'll dive into that top field then.
Yeah, cool. And that'll give me a chance. If I can get ahead, then you can probably hire a scanner and we can come down and do the soil scanning and get some lime put on this field before we plant it as well.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah, nice one. All right, let's get into it. Have fun. Good to see you.
Nice one, buddy. All right.
Well, hello everyone, welcome back to Kinley here with the Farm Sim Guy and myself. As we said, it has been a few weeks since we've done any work on here. Oh, there we go, he's got the tractor out for us. Good man.
All yours, Args.
Thank you, sir.
Enjoy that.
As I was about to say, it's been some time since we've been here on Kinley and doing any work, in fact, on Farm Sim at all. So we're going to head on down to the shop. We're going to go pick up a plough. We're just going to lease it. I don't think we're going to need it for anything else any time soon. I'm actually going to have to check the map and figure out where exactly I need to go to get to the shop. It's been a while. So we'll reacquaint ourselves with the map. Soybeans are going into that field. We got that all prepped and ready to go at the end of the last episode, at the end of last year, and it's been sitting there idle across winter. But yeah, everything's all go again here on the channel and here on Kinley. So let's get into it. Let's go find a plough. Well, look at that canola field. Doesn't that look special? Nice. Right, let's go and find ourselves a plough, find where the shop is. Well, we made it. We headed off in the right direction and we are down here at Kilted Pistons, a local dealership, and we will go and find ourselves a plough now. We've got 348 horsepower to play with this tractor, so we'll go in and see what's going to be our best option. It's 160 horsepower required here. This is only 2.5 meters wide. The Agro-Maz, the Pottinger's 4.2 requires 210. Lincoln's 300, 4.9. And then we've got the Kverneland, which is 360. So probably just a little bit too much power required there. Probably a little bit too big too. So I think we might go for the Lemkin. Just try and cover as much ground. 7 miles, they're all going to be at the same speed. 4.9, 4.2. Yeah, let's go for the slightly bigger one. Right, we'll get in and have a look at this. We don't need to change anything on there. Let's lease that one. It will cost us a little bit more than what the other one would, but there we go. That's that leased. Have a look at where it is here at the store. Hopefully we don't have store deliveries on and it's popped up somewhere funny. I'm going to have a look at the surface around the back. And there it is. Right, let's get that hooked up. That is a rather sizable piece of equipment, but should be good for what we need to do. Right, get it hooked up onto the back of the tractor, and let's make our way back down to the field and get started on ploughing that one up. So here we go, we'll get this all unfolded and get started. Now, we'll have a quick look at the map, because this land does actually encompass everything, including where that tree is. I'll just get out of the way of the power lines, but to show you here on the map. So you can see where we are down here, 72, so this actually comes all the way around here, comes right up here behind where our fish factory is, and includes all of those trees that are over there on the other side. So I think we're just going to maximise this almost as much as we can. Don't want to go too close to the track, don't want to go too close to where the houses are, run a bit of a straight line, but I think we end up with an island with the tree inside, which is just fine, and then just pop our way back up into there. So first things first, let's get these lights turned off. See if we can remember how to do everything here. That's unfolding. It's pretty good. Now, press that button, that's going to roll it around the other side, isn't it? It is. That's the way we should probably be ploughing at this stage, although we're going to be a little bit unorthodox and go round the field to start with. There we go. That is a beast. Right. We press Y. It should turn on our field creation. Let's have a look. There we go. And we are making a new field. Alright, wish me luck. Let's see how this goes. Hopefully end up with a decent bit of land and a decent field with some decent soybeans into. Is going to be done. Just this little bit down here, go through and redo, and that's all our new acreage. It has worked out pretty well, actually. I'm quite happy with that. I was trying to stay far enough away from the tree that we wouldn't have any issues with the header, or at least the header getting underneath, and we wouldn't have any clashes with the combine and the tree. So we'll have to wait and see how that all works out. Fingers crossed, it'll work out pretty well. Nothing else I think I want to go around and touch and refine. Could have changed some of the angles on some of those bits and pieces, but I think that's going to work out pretty well. Pretty happy with how that is. So we'll get this all folded up. I'm going to press Y just to make sure we turn off our field creation. Let's fold it across. We need to go back the other way to get it folded up. FSG's finished with the soybeans. As you can see, we've got the seeder here. He's probably raced off to go and get a scout so we can come down and sample this. So we might just go and park this back up in the yard. We'll get it returned, but we might see if the dealer will come and pick it up from us. And the next job will be to go and to get some lime put on this field. I'm just thinking, while FSG's off and doing the sampling, we don't want to start putting the lime on the field just yet, because obviously we want to make sure we've got all that soils data. So I might grab the truck, we might head on down to the fish food factory, and we can go and see about getting a little bit of fish food picked up and taken down into the hatchery. Get the fish fed. What he's using, he's got a Can-Am here. Doesn't have a 3-point hitch on it, so we can't even use that for the scout. It's not very ideal, is it? Right, so we're going to have to lease something. Anyhow, let's jump in here and get on down to the fish food factory. Right, well, we have got quite a bit of fish food down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pallets. So we are going to go, get this all loaded up, get the forklift over here, we'll throw this on the back of the truck, and then run it down to the hatchery, and that should keep all of those running pretty well. Keep them full, keep the fish fed, and get even more produced, which is going to be ideal. That's all part of the end game here for us. So let's jump in here, get it loaded up. Alright, there we are, all loaded up. Let's get a few straps over this to make sure it doesn't go flying off. There we go. Right, let's head on down and get this delivered to the hatchery. Alright, here we are back at Skyfin, and if we just drive pretty much right in front here. Now it won't go and disappear just yet because we have it strapped down, but if we back up right about here, the unstrap button, there's that one there, and there we go, that's all going to disappear into the hatchery. Now, just turn that off for a second, we're going to have a look here because we've got all the fish. That's excellent, you've got young salmon, young trout, everything there. And if we go and have a look in here inside, we should see fishes, fish, swimming around in all 4 of our ponds. So here we go, lots of food, keep them happy for quite some time. Right, I did see, let's look over there, there's our new field. FSG's out with the lime spreader, here he comes, you can see him there. So I'm assuming he's got the soil sampling done and everything under control with that. So we'll have a look, this back over to the yard, and we'll have a look and see what he's up to. In fact, as I drive past, you can actually see his tracks in there where he's driven when he's done the soil sampling. So he must have got those all done, off to the lab and tested in the time it took us to go and get all of that fish food picked up. So very impressive, very efficient. FSG is back. Right, and there he goes. Let's just bring up the map and have a look at our precision farming. And there you go, you can see our soils data. So we've got pretty much all loam and just a little bit of silty clay, which probably isn't a bad thing. pH there getting nice and green across most of the map. Obviously nitrogen's low because it is what it is, but probably have a look at this field. Nitrogen's good on that, but we shouldn't actually need much on here because it is going to be soybeans. Obviously no yield or anything on that because we don't have to worry about that. So there we go, we should be able to, now with that done, we'll just jump in here and seed straight into this this loud seed bed. We probably should run a cultivator over it, but seeder, this planter we've got here is pretty flash. Lots of coulters, lots of discs and closing wheels and presses and all sorts of things. It does leave a nice seed bed. So let's jump up here into the New Holland and get underway. There we go, we get this all unfolded. And once we've done that, here we are. Now it's not the widest planter, but it's good because it just does everything for us. And there you go, you can see, we can get our steering assist on here. 3 headlands, that would be perfect. And then we've got our row direction, which will work out really, really well, I think. Doesn't matter whether it's up or down or side to side, across, round. It'll work either way. Right, let's turn that on. Oops, not lower the front hopper down, and we want to lower the back down. Here we go, that's in. Turn on our guidance. Diesel's getting a bit low actually. We might have to top that up at some stage, but there we go. We're underway. I'm going to go a little bit faster than 4 miles per hour. I don't know why cruise control's set down there. Let's crank that up and run this at full speed. Second field of soybeans going in. Going to work out great. That has gone very well. I've had my HUD hidden, so I hadn't actually been keeping an eye on the diesel. That's something we'll do when we get back to the yard. But last little piece to do, and field's done. Plenty of soybeans left over, of course, as we'd expect. No fertiliser used, because soybeans don't need any. They're actually the complete opposite, and they will add nitrogen to the field, which will be good. So there we go. That's us all sorted. We'll get that turned off. We'll get it folded up. And I'm looking forward to seeing this growing. It's actually quite a decent sized field. I think when you compare it in here, obviously it's not quite as big. 72 is 10 acres, but we've probably only got maybe half of that, so it might be 6 acres, 5.5, 6 acres. We've got 10 acres over there, so definitely not quite as big. Similar size possibly here to field 16. But when you look at the size of our fields, what we've just added in, that was our 4 we had, 15, 10, 12 and 16. Probably added another, I don't know, 20%, 10% to our farm size, so that's not too bad. All helps in the end. Right, it was only going to go to waste as well. So let's push our way over to the other side of the yard. I'm going to get some diesel put into this, get things cleaned up and put away. CFSG is busy rolling the field over there. He's got a handful of passes to go. So once he's done that, I guess we'll want to roll this other one before we progress time. But things are going to move really rapidly here. It's not going to be long because we don't have too much to do to keep ourselves busy over the next wee while. It's not going to be too long before we are going to be back in and possibly harvesting the canola here or the wheat down there on the waterfront. Alright, there we go. That's a load of diesel into that one. We'll get this washed and get it put away in the shed because we're not going to be needing it for quite some time. There we go, pressure washer out. Get rid of all the dirt and the muck that's been picked up in that field. We got a bit dirtier working in a ploughed field rather than a cultivated field. Had to work a little bit harder. There we go. Just about looking brand new. While we're at it, we'll give the tractor a bit of a wash off as well. Make sure that's nice and clean before we go and put everything away. Beautiful. We reach to the front, just. That front tank tidied up too. Alright, there's FSG back with the roller. We'll make sure he doesn't run us over. I'm going to have a chat to him.
Here you go, Args.
I was going to say,
Super slick.
now that you've backed that in there all nicely, do we want to roll the one I've just planted as well?
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
Next time, we'll get it done.
Maybe we'll save that for the next episode, yeah.
Well, we'll figure it out. Get it done during the week, and so we can move forward with
Yeah,
time
possibly.
again. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
Nice one. Oh, it was good. Nice to get back into it and crack through a bit of work. That new field's going to work out pretty nicely.
It is. It's a big size field, actually. I'm impressed.
Yeah, it's decent. It's going to be nice. It's a fun one to work around too. It's quite pretty with the houses and the tree in the middle and things like that too.
It is, yeah. Yeah. I can keep an eye on the fish as well.
Yeah.
On the bottom corner.
Yeah, well, they've got plenty of food down there now, so they should be producing at a good rate.
Excellent.
Cool, mate. Oh, well, nice to be back into it.
Yeah, good fun, definitely. And yeah, we'll see how far we can take this. I think still got the aim of getting some nice big offshore operation going at some point, don't we?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I want a boat.
You can have a boat. We'll make sure you get a boat.
We'll get a boat.
Nice one.
Excellent. All right, mate. I'll catch you all next week.
Yeah, have a great week, mate.
You too.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah, likewise. We'll catch you soon. See you.
All right. Take care. Bye.
Bye. Well, there we go, everyone. I get a boat. That's pretty exciting. Can't wait. I'm going to hold him to that. His boat. Anyhow, there we go. We are done for a first episode back for the year. I guess it's the first episode of the year in Kinley as well, so kind of appropriate to be doing that there. We'll be back next week with another one, so keep an eye out for that. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. As always, from FSG and myself, thank you all very much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Well, g'day, mate. How you doing today?
I am well, mate. How are you?
Not too bad, thank you. Not too bad. Excited to be back here with another fun day of farming ahead of us.
Absolutely, yeah. No, it's we're pretty on top of things, actually, aren't we? Really, in terms of like getting organised for, well, I guess next big step is harvest.
Yeah, it is. And that was always part of the plan with this: is small fields and sort of rotate them and get through some seasons quickly. Because often we find some of our series we might only get 1 or 2 seasons done, but it'd be nice to get maybe a handful of years under the belt.
I agree.
So,
definitely.
Yeah, keep things moving. But we still have the new field that we created last time is due to be rolled. That needs to be rolled. It's a one-person task. Yep. And I think you had a call from one of the locals asking for a hand.
Yeah, they're a bit behind with their seeding, so they asked if we minded just seeding one of their fields for them, which I said we would happily do.
And it's oats, which fortunately we've got that flash planter which does planting and seeding. So
anything you want.
That's us. That's us. All right. Well, I don't mind taking the roller this time. You want to go do the contract?
Yeah, okay, mate. Sounds good.
How does that sound?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. The other thing, I was just standing here next to the cow barn and see the animals are all nice and healthy, but it's probably just about time to pick up a few more young animals, keep the herd ticking over.
Yeah, let's expand the herd as well. That's going to be another money spinner. And I think, as per the fish, well, I guess we'll check where we are in the summer when we come back to do the harvest. But there could be some quite lucrative sales of small fish there that can fund our bigger plans.
That's right. Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, that all sounds good. I'll let you go and plant some oats, and I'll go get a field rolled.
Yeah, nice one, mate. We'll see you in a bit.
Yeah, chat to you soon.
All right, bye.
Well, g'day everyone. Welcome back here to Kinley with the Farm Sim Guy and myself, and we're going to jump straight up here into the JCB because I think, it's still got the roller hooked up from when FSG finished with it last time. Obviously didn't give it a wash because we knew we had another job to do. So let's go and jump into that. I'll show you where FSG is going to be going and planting because it's not too far away from where we are. Alright, so we'll just get that started up, get the engine warmed up for just a touch. We just have a look here on the map. So field number 11 over here. So very, very handy, very convenient from our farm to get to. He's going to head over there and get some oats planted. As you can see, no one there needs some rolling done to it. So we're going to go make a start on some rolling. It's an easy little drive. I'm really liking this field. Just looking across it, just makes it look, just looks like a nice field. Nice bit of undulation. I know I said all of this last time, but here we go. I'm going to say it again because I do like it. Right. That's us into here. Let's just press all the right buttons. Get that to unfold. Now, I don't know if those wheels should be doing what they're doing there. Probably need to back. As it unfolds, there we go. It's going to roll down. Get into position. Now, I don't think we need to lower it, do we? No, there we go. That's all on. So if we press our guidance steering button, and it's going to start taking us around on the right little path and get this all done. So here we go, up and underway. Now it's a good thing we have the guidance here because I don't know if we'd be able to tell exactly where we've rolled. Let's just look on the other side. It does change the texture slightly, doesn't it? Yeah, it's a bit hard to tell, ever so slightly. Might be able to see if we go to a third person view. But anyhow, that's us up and underway, already into it. So we're just going to jump straight into a little bit more work. Probably, I don't know what we're going to do. Let's time lapse this again because I'm really enjoying the time lapse at the moment. So we'll jump into bird's eye view and get the field rolled. Well, that did not take very long at all. We're all done. Get through this last little piece. And we sorted now. Handy little thing is I can see exactly how far FSG is through his work, and he's almost halfway through the contract. So it took him a little bit longer to get going, obviously driving down there and getting seed and all of those kind of things. But not too bad. Right, let's just see if we can do this properly. Drive forward and drive out. Here we go, that's probably a little bit better than dragging those wheels across the way they did before. Nice. Right, so we'll get it back up. I'm going to quickly put this past the pressure washer, give it a quick hose down because we're done with it now until we plant our next crops. And then we might just jump in the side by side and go for a drive down and see what FSG's up to. Check out the field he's working in. It really is satisfying watching that dirt just disappear off the back of the implement. And nice and clean back to the shiny yellow it was when it came out of the showroom. Sure, we'll see some wear and tear over it though as we go, as it gets more and more use, but hasn't had too many hours put on it yet at all. Perfect. Alright, might as well do the tractor while we're at it too, get this looking nice and shiny. There we go. Right, we'll get that finished off, we'll get everything put away in the shed, and then we'll go for a little bit of a drive. Alright, and there you go, nice clean shiny JCB and roller backed into the shed and put away. Now, like we said before, it is not too far to go and check out where FSG is. It's just over yonder, over around those trees somewhere, so let's check, no trains coming, perfect. Other field of soybeans, that's doing its thing, that is all good now. Only thing we might get caught with before harvest is any weeds. Now I know that the other field won't get weeds because it was ploughed, but there's a chance I guess we might get some in that field. Now I just sailed straight past the turnoff. I wanted to go down that way. Too busy looking the other side. Right, let's go and find FSG. It's over this way somewhere. Now if I got my calculations right, this is field 11 in here, and there should be an entrance to it just up probably where this tree is. So we'll just head up here, take a quick look. There we go, there's a field entrance. Can't see over the hedge from this, but let's just check in here. There we go. There he is. Hard at work. So let's go and take a look, see what he's up to. Right, well, a little bit of drone time here. He's 65% on the way through the field. Just goes to show how much land there is in the headlands. Because you'd almost look at that and go, he's only halfway through, just with all the up and down. So more turning does take a little bit longer to get done, but he should race through this in no time. So we're just going to hang out up here and watch him work. I think he's just about finished. It's popped up as complete, and I think we might have that issue where you can't actually finish off the contract properly. So as much as we'd love to plant this field entirely for our neighbour, the system's not going to let us. So there we are. That's all done, which is good. So we've got that field rolled. We've got this contract done, which is another $5,000 or something of earnings for us. Now, we could run around and do lots of contracts and keep ourselves busy that way, but that's not going to grow our farm as quickly as it would to skip through a little bit of time. So I think we might have to chat to FSG now as he rolls on over, and we'll just decide whether we're going to jump straight through to June. We'll probably pause in May and make sure there's no weeds or anything like that that we need to take care of, and we'll go from there.
Hey Args, well, that was the contract hitting 100%. So much as I would love to finish the field in its entirety, I'm not allowed to.
Yeah, the system plays against us sometimes, but we know that the intention was to do the job properly for the farmer.
Exactly. Morally, I would have finished it if I could.
If you could, yeah, very good. Oh, nice. Well, that's a field of soybeans rolled and a neighbour's field almost completely planted. Not much else to do now, is it?
There isn't. I think we can have a little bit of downtime over the next few months. Just keep an eye on things, and we'll be back. Harvest time.
Yeah, we'll jump into May and just double check that there's no weeds to take care of anywhere or anything else needing doing. Animals stay fed.
Yeah, good call.
But yeah, otherwise I think the next job might be harvesting our first barley field.
Yeah. All right.
Nice.
Well.
All right. Well, I'll see you back at the yard, but probably see the viewers in a month's time, maybe two.
In a few months. Yeah.
All right.
Nice one.
Cool, mate. We'll see you soon.
See you back at the yard. Bye.
Alright, well there we go. Now we need to get out of his way because we're in the gate, but he does actually have to turn things off and fold them up. So, we'll jump back here into the Defender. Start it up, first time, and just make sure we don't back out into any traffic. Come along here. The vehicle coming this way. We've got plenty of time. Beat the tourist bus out, and we will get on back down to the yard, and we will see you maybe briefly in May, possibly in June. Time will tell. Well, mate, May came and went without any dramas. A little bit of work down with the fish down in the little fish hatchery. But other than that, it was a pretty quiet month. So we've come here to June, and barley is ready to go. It's harvest time.
It is harvest time. We've got 2 fields ready to go. Canola behind us is not far off being ready to go as well. So
yeah, that's right.
I think we're lining up for a busy couple of months, aren't we?
Yeah, it is. It will be. It will be. It'll be good, actually, to start getting back into some of that, so looking forward to it.
Yep. Well, do you want to do the honours with the combine, or do you want to haul?
Yeah, I don't mind jumping into the combine first up. Going and tackle that field. It's not going to take us too long. I think the plan is we'll make a soft start on harvest with the little field, number 10, and then wait till next episode to roll into the getting our teeth really dirty.
Yeah, we'll hit it hard next episode.
That's the one. That's the one. Okay, sounds good. I think it needs a bit of diesel. I think we left it pretty low last time. So I'll get it filled up and then we'll head down to the field. See you down there.
All right, mate. Nice one.
Actually, the other thing, while I'm doing that, we were going to buy some more Highland cattle too, so you wanted to...
Oh, we were, yes. I'll buy some more younglings for us.
Yeah. Keep the herd rotating.
The herd.
Sounds good. All right, I'll leave you to that. I'll go and make a start.
Nice one, buddy.
Nice.
See you soon.
Alright, exciting. Harvest time, always a fun part of the year. So, I'm just going to double check that's all. Yeah, it's all still hooked on. Everything's looking good there. And we did take some time in May to go through everything. And the last task was to go and fill it up with some diesel. As you can see down there, bottom right, it is not looking too full. So, everything else is looking good. Let's pull on out. We'll go over and get some diesel in it. And then we'll get hooked up to the header. Well, we'll do that down in the field. But we'll go and get started on some harvesting. Always my favourite time of the year. Now I do remember that the double gates don't actually allow us to put the header on. Now how did we do this last time? We need a tractor down here and pull it through the gate and then hook up, pull the tractor forward. So let's just see if FSG, he was going to head down here, see if he's around. He might be able to give us a hand. Alright, well no tractor, but I think I've figured out a way we can get this done. Now we're just going to back through. Mindful of this gate down here. Here we go. What I've done is I've backed the header in as far as I could, so we weren't taking out too much of the crop. We were able to squeeze through here, rather than if we'd had to drive in any other way. Now, what's not going to work? Get that hooked up on there. Kind of going to have to cut our way in. Hopefully, not hit the gate on that side. Very close, but I reckon we can maneuver our way around here. Kind of cut around the header trailer. Might have taken out a little bit of the hedge and not have destroyed too much of the crop while we're doing it. Let's see. Right, now I need to turn around. We need to get this all unfolded. Here we go. Yeah, that needs to go up. Once that's all up and open, should be able to turn that on, lower it down, make a start on harvesting. Here we go, we'll just cut our way around the header trailer. Hopefully the man with the tractor will be here soon and he's able to pull that out of the way, but we're into it. Harvest year 2 is now underway here on the farm. Again, exciting times. Our guidance steering all set up, that's all running. Good as gold, and we're getting our first crop into the bin. Now barley is actually yielding pretty quick, isn't it? Already 15% in the hopper. Decent yielding crop. There we go. Looking pretty nice and clean in there too, which is good. That's what we want to see. We are yielding almost 120%, which is good. 15 tonnes to the hectare. That's looking good. This is a good start. We did do a lot of work making sure our crops were fully fertilised, had all the lime, or they were rolled. They had just about everything done to try and maximise our yield. So that 120% number I'm seeing up there is a nice one to see. So we'll get hopefully around the field. I think we will. We'll be pretty close. Hopefully there'll be a trailer here to unload in. Going to keep FSG busy. Argsy to FSG.
Go ahead, mate.
This is a good yielding crop. I'm already 54% full. In the hopper I had...
Oh, blimey.
Yeah, across the top of the field was up around 120% yield. A little bit lower down in this corner, but it's looking good. Good start.
That's fantastic. All right, well, I better follow you around then. I'm not sure will you make it round?
I don't know actually. Maybe slightly lower yield down here I might be able to, but it'll be close. Touch and go.
Right. Good stuff.
Good start. Just keeping an eye on those yield numbers. 83, 84. Down to about 10 tonnes per hectare. It's a big difference, 15 tonnes versus 10 tonnes, so you can see why we were filling up so fast across that top edge, but looks like we're going to make it round. We are 73, 74% full, so 3/4 full. Should be able to pop around the corner. Now you'll be able to have a look once we've finished on our yield maps, and we'll be able to see quite clearly where the different soil types are. We start to get up the hill there. Exactly where the good yield is, but here we are, 80%, so yeah, we'll make it around, no worries. Which is good. Into the more good barley as we go around here. And look at that, FSG's pulled that trailer out of the way for us too. Perfect. There you go, there's those big numbers. 15 tonnes. Good times. Right. We will find out this little part. And we'll pull up next to him and start unloading. Auger out. That should be on its way out there. Hopefully we'll see it poke around the corner in just a second. Not quite able to see it from where we are. Ah, there we go. There it is. Just in time too. 97% full. Here we go. Excellent. Right. Well, there we go. First hopper load going into the back of the trailer. FSG running there next to us. Got his beacons on too, which is impressive. Good to see. He'll be running that down to the flour mill because we're going to make all this barley into flour. It's going to keep us busy, so let's jump into it. Let's get this field harvested. Well, it didn't take long. It is only a tiny little field, but we are done. FSG's taken one load down and put it into the flour mill already. He didn't quite think, and he was probably right. We wouldn't have had enough room in the trailer to take this last little bit, so it would have required a load at some stage. So we took the chance when he was 83% full or something. Anyhow, that's gone pretty well, pretty quickly, pretty efficiently, and a nice little haul of barley. Now we're going to have more flour than we know what to do with it, but we're of the mindset that we've got the flour mill, we've invested in that, we may as well see some better returns for our products by running it through the mill rather than just having it sitting here. So here we go, we've got this last little bit unloaded. Just back up and we'll just tidy up this little section here. There we go, 2 litres, well worth it. Right, here we go. It looked like a lot more than 2 litres going out in there, but first field done. Just like that, easy as. FSG's jumped out. We're going to go put this on the header trailer and we'll meet him up at the gate. Get things folded up while we're doing it. And get things all ready to roll on over to the next field next time. Alright, well FSG's motored out, he's going to go and dump that, so let's get ourselves out, we'll run this over and park it up by the field. We'll catch up with them over there. Here we are, back down the track, and we'll park up down here next to the gate. Same as we did last time actually. I seem to remember finishing the previous field and then running down here and leaving equipment parked up here. Good relationship here with the tenants and the owners of this house to be able to do this. Very fortunate to have such friendly and accommodating neighbours. So, leave that there. Turn off our hazard lights or our warning lights. Jump on out, and there we go. Tractor behind us. All set to go next time.
All set for next week, mate?
Exactly what I just said. Yeah, all good to go for the next one. That went surprisingly well in the first field.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah, good yields and
Yep.
straight into the flour mill, already getting ground down.
Yeah. So we said we're conscious we didn't do any straw on that field, but we might do it on this field. Just
Yeah.
another little extra bit of cash to go
Yeah,
in the
well,
bank.
that's right. We've got some good income coming with the fish, so well, maybe we'll pick up a baler and make a bit of cash off the straw as well.
Yeah, good call.
Nice. All right, buddy. Oh, that was good. Nice to get into harvest, and looking forward to getting through all the rest of the fields. There's a few of them in front of us yet.
There is indeed, yeah. And we've got some serious money sitting in the fish,
Certainly
which we
do.
can sell next month as well.
That's true. That's true. July's the peak time for fish retailing.
Yeah, so it's proven lucrative already, even before we've kind of gone big and offshore. I can't wait to see what that does for us.
That could be really good. Now, tell me, you're a local. Why is fish worth so much in summer? Is it fish and chips on the beach side, or?
It must be that and the imports, that and the exports.
Yeah, right.
Whole
Makes
world loves Scottish salmon. So,
right, there we go. Obviously, haven't had kiwi salmon.
No, well, maybe I have to fly over and check it out firsthand.
Perhaps you will. Right, well, we digress. Good fun, mate, as always. Thank you. We'll catch you next time.
Yeah, likewise, mate. Have a good week.
We'll do. You too. We'll catch you then. See you.
Chat to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, there we go. All set, ready to harvest next time. We'll have the same little dilemma here with the gates, but those opened up, ready for next time. Be able to get that header in here and get started. Now, this field is quite a lot larger than the one we were just in, but doesn't that look good? Be interested to see how this one yields. FSG said it wasn't looking quite so promising. This is telling me there's about 86,000 potential litres in here, so we'll just have to wait and see where we end up. But there we go, another week done here in Kinlay. As always, thank you all very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed that episode, and we'll catch you in the next one. Good morning, FSG. How you doing?
I am well, mate. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Doing well. Another beautiful day. Perfect for harvesting a bit more barley.
Yep, indeed. We've got the big field this week, which will be fun.
It is. It's going to take us a little bit longer to get through that. Hopefully some good yields in there. And for those eagle-eyed from last episode, we'll remember we talked about baling this field, keeping the straw and baling it. So a little bit of organisation to do to go and we're going to hire purchase a baler and a bale trailer.
Yeah, it seems silly when we don't have masses of cash at the moment, although there's tons of potential cash in the bank, in fish and other stuff. But yeah, we might as well buy them over a shorter period of time and save a bit of cash at the moment.
Yeah, I think that'll be a good idea actually. Make a little bit more money at the same time, and I think the sale point for straws just over the road too, so not too far to haul them.
Exactly. Yeah, it should cover the costs, shouldn't it? If nothing else.
Would do. All right. Well, I ran the combine last week. I don't know if you want to jump in there and make a start on that. I thought I'd go and lime the field we harvested last time, and then by the time I've done that, you should be well into the field and ready for some unloading and baling and all sorts.
That's right. Yeah. So, all right. No, that sounds like a good idea. So, I will see you in a little bit.
Cool.
Hopefully get the headlands opened, and then you can dive around with the baler quickly.
Sounds good. Now, do you want a hand getting the header into the field? It's not wide. The gates aren't wide enough to go straight through. So
I know it's frustrating, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have to kind of drive into the crop a little bit. Oh no, I should be all right.
Okay. All right.
I'll just try and run it along the grass verge.
Yeah, sounds good. All right. I'll leave you to that, and I'll catch up with you in just a little bit.
Nice one, mate. I'll see you in a bit.
Sounds good. Have fun.
Cheers, buddy.
Well, howdy folks, how are we all doing? Welcome back to Kinlay here with the Farmston guy and myself. Now, we're not going to need that tractor because we're going to leave that here on the trailer. We're going to hightail it back over to the farm. It's not too far to go. You can see the roof of the shed. We'll go for a quick little wander back over there, and we will grab out the JCB. I think actually the old fast track might actually have the spreader on it still, but we'll go and have a look. Regardless, we're going to get the new fast track out and head on up to the dealership. We will go and grab a baler. We've had a chat about which one we're going to get, so that's all sorted. I just need to go out there and sign the paperwork, and yeah, we'll get into that. So looking forward to a little bit of spreading, a little bit of baling. Could have caught the bus home. There we go. But yeah, anyhow, let's carry on. We will go and make a start. And there we go. As I suspected, I thought the older fast track was still here on the spreader. So we'll go and make a start with that. That's going to be a bit of fun. I do enjoy driving this tractor. It's a pretty cool little old tractor. Just not powerful for all of the needs we have here on the farm. So I'm going to squeeze down the side here, get things all started up, and we should be able to go and squeeze our way out of the shed here. Well parked in the corner. I think FSG put that in there last time. And then we'll head on around. We've got some lime to pick up out of our silo, and we'll head on over the road and go get that one field done. Should, fingers crossed, all going to plan, only take one refill. It's not too bad in terms of its pH value, so we go under this. I'll just spin around. There we go, get that all opened up, otherwise it's going to hit the unload spout. Make sure we don't hit that with the tractor. Alright, there we go, that should good to go. Get some lime going in there. Can't see it coming out, we've talked about this before, but you can see it going up in the spreader. So let's get on over and into the field, get this lime onto it. Right, everything's all set up and we are underway. We've got our precision farming. To bring up our little mini map, you can see that is going to a nice shade of green, so we're getting the right amount of lime applied here to boost that pH in the field. We've got our steering assist all set up, so we've got the GPS up and running, and cruise control is active. So we're just going to race around, set it up to 2 headlands, and I think there's only about 3 passes to go down the centre of the map. We're going through a bit of lime actually. I thought we'd do it without having to refill, but if we keep on going through lime at this rate, we may just have to. But there we go. Right, let's crack into it. We will get this field done in no time, and we'll be moving on to doing some baling. Looking forward to getting into that. Well, that did not take very long at all, as was to be expected, unfortunately. Well, fortunately, unfortunately, I don't know what it is, but we did have to shoot back down here and fill up for, what, an extra 800-900 litres just to finish off the field completely. We could have ignored it, but I thought better of it. Now, I can see on the map, fortunately I had that up, we were about to peel straight across this train track in front of the train, and we all know what happens. When you get in front of a train, they do not stop for anyone. No matter how important you are. Anywho, let's get this parked back up. We will go and, in fact, I might leave this out because we're going to have to put some lime on that other field soon anyhow, so I might just park this up here on the left. I'm going to be running over and liming that field before too much longer, so let's leave this parked in here. Go and grab the other JCB and we'll head down to the store, go and grab ourselves a baler and sort out a loading wagon as well. So we've made it down here to the dealership. Now let's go and sort ourselves out a baler. FSG and I have had a chat about it already. We're going to go for the Krone Comprima V18 180XC here. This is part of the straw harvest pack. We did think about going just for the Roland, but the reason this only does 125cm valves. This will do up to 180cm, which, considering we're just selling them, we want to load them out. We're not worried about capacity or anything when it comes to making some feed up for our animals. Let's just make it as big as we can. So, very few options. Trelleborg, BKT. We'll leave them as Trelleborg there. We may as well fill it with round bale net rather than dealing with the refillable option. So we will go through here. Hire purchase. Now we have some options here for length. We want to keep our monthly costs down. So let's just have a look. Maybe bump it up to 3 years. Option 4. Reasonable interest rate. Could even do a 10% deposit. It's going to bump it down a little bit. So I reckon we will go for option 4 on that. That's going to have our lowest monthly repayments. There we go. We'll purchase that there. So that's that done. And while we're at it, straight back out here, transport the Anderson RBM 2000, which will take 24 round bales up to 180 centimeters. So again, not too much to see here on this. Might as well put that in on the same 4 years. Bump ourselves up to maybe another 10. Oh, it's 20%. We'll just do another 10% deposit. 5 grand monthly cost of $700. So we'll choose option 4 again. We'll purchase that and come out of here. Yeah, they both are sitting there patiently waiting for us. So go and grab the baler first, and we'll head on down, catch up with FSG in the field. We did talk to them before. Apparently the barley is yielding very, very well down there, which is a good sign for our flour production. But first things first, get hooked up. Let's go down and make a start on getting some bales. Or, in fact, we might find ourselves hauling a trailer of barley over to the mill. But anyhow, go down there and find out what the story is. Right, well here we are. You can see the field in there on the left. FSG's taken a couple of headlands off. You just actually see the combine over the top of the crop there over near the house. So here's well into it. We'll go and check the trailer, see how full it is, because looking across, I'm just being careful because there's some traffic coming. Keep my eye on the road and drive at the same time. I reckon I can see the top of the barley almost poking out the top of that trailer, so we might just about be time to go and unload that before we get into doing any baling. Now, the other benefit of delaying our arrival was we can actually bale the main part of the field rather than the headlands, and that just keeps the bales out of his way as well, so just something else to bear in mind. But let's go and have a look and see how full this trailer is. Well, there we go. It is 98% full, so there's no point going and topping up. We will just take this straight out and go and get it dumped down into the grain mill, carry on with our flour production. Now, one thing I was thinking about, next season we are actually probably going to have to seriously consider about planting a whole lot more canola, a whole lot more soybeans than we have been. Just seems to be that we're well on top of our flour production for our fish food, but if we're wanting to make a serious go of this enterprise, then I think we really need to start considering increasing the amount of canola we have for our oil and soybeans as well. So definitely something to think about for next year. But first things first, we need to get the crops all finished off for this year, and I need to do it without trying to crash our tractors. So I'm going to stop talking, I'm going to concentrate on what I'm meant to be doing, and go and get this delivered safely. I can't remember if I delivered any grain down here last time or not. Last season. I almost feel like it's our first time. There goes the train again, regular as clockwork. But it's definitely our first load down here for this season, so we will get this dumped in here. We're going to end up with a swag of flour by the end of it. As I said before, we've still got all that flour you can see over there in the shed left. That's all from last season. So we're going to have more than enough to keep those fish happy and fish food being produced. So it might even be a case. Perhaps we sell some flour, see if we can buy some canola or soybeans off another local farmer to start producing into our oil. Be something worth considering. Anyhow, let's concentrate again on the driving bit of this business and get back down to the field. Speaking of concentrating on driving, don't think that person's having the best day. Oh my.
FSG to Args.
Go ahead, mate.
Thank you. Your timing was impeccable.
It did work out quite well, didn't it? Things are going well. I seem to be yielding decently down here.
Crazy yields, 115, 116% so far.
Nice. And that'll be keeping you on your toes then.
Yeah, it's the combine's struggling through it for sure. See, when we get a bit of money, can we get an upgrade?
Yeah, maybe. But keep the focus on the fish though, remember that.
Oh yeah.
Well, just give me a yell when you're almost full, and I'll bring the trailer over. I'll park it down on the end you'd unload into for now.
Roger that. Thank you, mate.
No worries. The other thing to think of, it only takes about 3 hoppers, and the trailer's pretty much full. We're 34%, so that is pretty much a third. Anyhow, probably just about in the way there, but he'll be able to turn around, no doubt. Right, let's go and jump over here. We will start getting some baling made. Just remember, I will change the setting on it now to make sure we do those 180 centimetre bales. We don't really do any little bales. That's the purpose of getting this slightly bigger baler. Alright, bale size selected and confirmed. Let's turn everything on. another pickup. And there we go. Now I could probably actually go through and ask FSG what width he's working on there with the header, but I reckon we might just try and see if we can go a little bit of freehand driving here for a while. See how we end up. Now what I'll probably do is just work on this little section here in between unloading the combine and keeping things moving on that side, and we'll see how we go with some bales. But coming up here, 7,000 litres. That is quite a full bale, isn't it? Going to be ending up very, very good. Alright, there we go. First bale done, 11,000 litres. That is not too bad. Just hope that we've actually got this on automatic unload. Guessing I didn't. Here we go. Alright, first one out. Lots more to go. Let's get into it. Well, we are fair racing through the baling, and in fact we're almost catching up with FSG. He wanted to take the trailer just for a bit of variety. He was getting a bit of a sore rear end sitting in the combine. I would rather be doing that than driving a tractor to the grain drop off, but anyhow, that's what he chose to do. So we've just carried on baling. We're almost about as far as we can go. So we'll finish this this pass and the next one off, and then we might just disconnect the baler and we will shoot down to the store, and we will go and pick up the bale trailer. That'll give FSG a bit of a chance just to get that little bit further ahead with the harvesting. By the time we're back, well, it might be just about time. Well, he might just about be finished at least, that's what I was going to say, and he can carry on with the baling or do the picking up, depending on what he chooses to do, just for a bit of variety. Anyhow, we'll run down here and then we'll go and get that sorted. We'll be back here, see you back here probably with the bale loader. Alright, let's get this all unfolded now. Put that down. Now we're not quite on the right angle for this bale, but we'll give that a tap and it will spin around onto the right angle, and there we go. First of many. I think it takes 24 bales if I remember correctly. That's the capacity of this beast. We've only made 14, but bear in mind they are 11,000 litres each, so it's still a decent amount of straw already here on the field. It'll be interesting to see what we earn off this one too, because obviously we want to try and repay some of our investment that we've made on this new equipment. There we go. Such a good animation. I enjoy using these bale loaders. Such a cool bit of kit. Right, let's go and get the last of these bales picked up. It's not going to take too long. 6 on already. We should be helping FSG's here to go and get the trailer. Should have given us a yell, mate. We would have come and done it for you. Anyhow, there we go. He's doing his job. Keeping himself busy. Argsy FSG.
Go ahead, Args.
You want to park, I know you're just about finished, do you want to park the combine right at the fence and we'll unload over the edge once I've dumped this?
Yeah, let's give that a go.
Saves me running all the way back down into the field.
Alright, I will do that.
Alright, be there in a sec, just tipping out now. Alright, will this work or not? Let's see, hopefully. SG's gone, he's going to go carry on with the baling. We should. Here we go, look at that. Magic, that makes things a bit easier. Saves running all the way back down to the other end of the field. Just unload. I mean, it made it easier that he was at this end too with the combine, but with that, worked a treat. And we've hardly blocked traffic. In fact, we're going to get away. We're going to get one car coming along here. They won't want to go past. We'll just back up out of their way. And they'll sidle on past us. There we go. We wouldn't want to tip the... that's not a Reliant Robin, is it? Looks like one. I think it's meant to be one. Little three-wheeled car. Right, there we go, another 4,500 litres. That is going to be some flour we're going to end up with out of this. We'll have to have a look in the production menu and just take a bit of a punt. How many thousands of litres or pallets of flour we're going to end up with after all this. Well, we're just about maxed out on barley, 114,000 litres. Our recipe is 30 barley is 22 flour. So, bear with me, I'm going to do some very quick calculations. 114,000. Divide that by 30, multiply that by 22, it's going to give us 83,000 litres of flour once we've finished. So they 1,000 or 2,000 litre pallets. Regardless, there's going to be a decent amount of flour for us. We'll be well and truly organised for flour for our fish food for some time to come. Right, well, as FSG's finishing off with the baling, we might as well throw this on the back of the New Holland. Only got one pass to go and he'll be done and get the last of these bales picked up. Fingers crossed, we're going to fit them all on in one go. Right, now we do, the unload bales early mod, which is handy. We'll be able to pick up that last bale and then run down and get these sold. All on in one load too, which is even better. Alright, let's just hold this up. There we go. That should jump up into position and we'll jump out and have a chat to FSG. Seeing we're right here next to him.
Very slick, Args. Very slick.
Yeah, that worked out just about perfectly. 23 bales on a 24 bale trailer.
Excellent.
Excellent. I did some quick maths as well. We're going to end up with about 85,000 litres of flour from all this barley.
Oh my goodness. That'll be worth a bit.
It will be. We're either going to sell it or I was saying earlier, maybe next season we'll have to grow more canola and soybeans to
make a bit more oil.
Yeah. Make some of those other ingredients for the fish food.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, well I'll go and pack the combine up, run it back up to the farm.
Okay, cool.
And then maybe come back and get the baler if you want to go and sell those. We're just going to sell them now, we're not going to hold on to them.
No, we'll just get rid of them. Yeah, I'll go and dump them off and see what we earn off this and yeah, then I can help drop some stuff back to the yard.
Magic.
Perfect.
I'll see you in a wee bit.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cheers.
Alright, let's go and see what this is all worth. 200, I was doing some quick maths again, 230,000 litres. I think they're worth about $40 a bale, $40 per 1,000 litres, so 230 times 5. We'll see, we'll park it in the sell point and figure it out that way. I'll say, I hope we don't run into any buses coming the other way because this bale spear outside could be rather lethal. Now, our best sell point, it actually just happens to be right in here at the railway yard. I think it's on the left-hand side of the building. I'm going to run around here, follow the arrows around. All going well. It's a little bit of a sell point. There it is. A sell point, great. We'll run over that. Hopefully it's going to take our bales. Fingers crossed it does. Could be a disaster if it doesn't. Let's see if we can get these unloading. Here we go. Alright, moment of truth. Is this the right place? Or not? There we go. They are disappearing. And we're keeping an eye on our value as it goes up. I'm reaching about 10 grand. 12 grand. Oh, still going. 12, 13, $13,500. It's not too bad, is it? Not too bad at all. Right. Let's get this folded back up. Go and park it up at the yard, and we'll come back down and grab probably the grain trailer or the baler, depending on what's left.
Just rolling along the road here back to the farm, and I see you've sold us nearly £12,000 worth of bales.
Yeah, it worked out alright, didn't it? Not bad.
Worth the extra effort. Well, what didn't even feel like much effort, did it?
No, not at all. Not when you consider you weren't far from being finished harvesting, and I was already just about finished baling and loading.
That's right.
Well worth it. So we've left the bale trailer out there on the side. I think that's going to be the best spot for it. FSG's getting the baler put away in that shed. I'll sneak on past it now. I think I saw, come around the corner, I think he left the combine outside. Parked over here ready for the canola. Indeed he has, because this is going to be our next crop ready. Of course, this field of canola and the 2 fields of soybeans are what we have left. So we might as well park this up here, turn those lights off, turn the engine off, and leave that there. And we're ready to go. Tackle this now. Go here and have a look. Yield potential at 100%, so I'm not going to complain about that. Interesting to see how much we get it off it, because that's going to be a key ingredient, getting the canola oil made. We can get back to making some fish food, because at the moment we're actually, have a look at our productions, we are completely out of everything we need to be making any more fish food. There you go, we've got plenty of flour, a little bit of soybeans, but no canola oil, so we definitely need to get those soybeans and canola oil in. And if we look at our young fish, also out of fish food there as well. What we do have though is a vast amount of fish sitting there as outgoing products, and if we have a look here, that translates into about $86,000 all up once we get that sold. So not a bad deal. In fact, look there at our flour. Our flour's worth a decent amount too, 15 grand for the 18,000 we have sitting there. But of course, like I said, I reckon we're going to end up with 83,000 by the time we are done. Anyhow, what if FSG's messing around? He must have a favourite song on the radio he's listening to the end of. Well, mate, we smashed through another good day's work.
Yeah, mate, that felt good, didn't it, to get that big field off and all done, and some decent money from the bales as well. Yeah,
it was not bad, 12 or 13 or so $1,000 off those, which is good. Justified the decision. Although I was thinking it does mean we'll have to mulch that field if we want to maximise our yield for next season.
True, yeah, we will do that. Which is fine, we can do that.
Little trade-off. Yeah, otherwise, and next into canola.
Yeah, combine's all set up, ready to go, so hopefully that'll ripen in the next week or so, and we'll be good to go on that.
Yeah, oh, that'll be good. Plus we've got field prep to do now, I guess, on that other one, and all sorts.
Yeah, that's right. We need to cultivate them as well. I know somebody put in the comments last week that we have a direct drill seeder, but we don't think it is, do we?
Well, reading the description on the in the menu, it doesn't say it's direct drill. So yeah, I don't know.
No.
Might be an experiment to do, but as far as I know, it's not.
Yeah, and I'm looking at it now. It doesn't look like there's any cultivator type attachments on it. Maybe it's an extension you can add in the shop, but certainly the one we've bought I don't think is direct drill. So
possibly. I know there is a direct drill mod. Yoss made it, didn't he? Anything become direct drill.
That's right. Yeah.
But yeah, cultivating lime.
Cool.
Whole lot of things to do.
Yeah, and I don't know. We'll have to keep on the cat. Well, We need to sell some of these fish as well in the not too distant future. I
Yeah,
think
we do.
We're almost at capacity, aren't we? So
Yeah, well, we're out of food
Did you-
too, so there's all sorts of things we need to work through.
yeah, so
Always
should be
something.
quite a good injection of money in the next couple of months.
That's right. Cool, mate. Oh, it was a blast as always. You have a good week.
Yeah, you too, mate.
Yeah.
And we'll catch you next week.
Sounds good. See you then.
Have a good one, mate.
Cool. All right.
Bye.
Bye. See ya. Well, there we go, folks. Job done. All ready to start harvesting some canola. In fact, you know what? That could just about be our screenshot for next week. Relying on that, that might just about be sorted. But yeah, come along. See us next week harvesting some canola. We'll be selling some fish, some field prep as well in there. So plenty to keep us busy. And like I've said a few times, really enjoying this series and how fast-paced it is to transition through each year. We're not waiting around. There's not a whole lot of field prep or a lot of big fields that we need to get through. It's just lots of small fields and turning them over faster and faster and faster. So really enjoying that, and I hope you are too. As always, from the Farm Sim Guy and myself, thank you all very much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Hello everyone, Argsy here. Welcome back to Kinley, our multiplayer series with myself and the Farm Sim Guy. Well, not the Farm Sim Guy today, it is just us. He's been on and done some work of his own. He's got some lime on this field. He got the other little one over that way that we limed last time. He's got that cultivated, and he's made a start on cultivating this one, and we are going to carry on and get it finished. So a little bit of a different episode tonight. It is just going to be me on my own, and FSG is going to have his own one. We have to make sure we sync them up correctly so you don't see me doing work before you see his. So that's the plan. I'm actually going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to go back to my roots on this one as well, and we are going to do a little bit of time lapse. In fact, we're going to do the whole episode as a time lapse, just for something a little bit different. So keen to hear what you think about that. In terms of work, I'm pretty sure, get to put down the cultivator there. I'm pretty sure once we've got this done, there's not much else to do. The cattle need some TMR, and then we're going to be probably skipping forward into July, and we might go and make a start on harvesting the canola field, one over by the shed. We do need to be mindful too, because our trout and salmon are coming up on their maximum prices, so we'll probably take a look at that. But yeah, sit back, relax. This is going to be a little bit different. I hope you enjoy it. Hopefully I can still remember how to do a decent time lapse and make sure the camera angles all work nicely. So let me know what you think in the comments. I'd be keen to hear your feedback about it all. Something a bit different. Anyhow, I will catch up with you when we're finished at the end of the episode. So we'll see you then. Well everyone, there we go, that's the canola harvested, field cultivated, and animals fed. TMR into them. That TMR sell point, the multi-buy station we've got, is ridiculously cheap for TMR. Almost feels like cheating, definitely much easier than making it ourselves. So it is a good deal and we'll make use of it while we've got it. What do we end up with? A trailer loading a little bit more, about 29,000 litres of canola, so that's not going to go too far making some oil, but at least we'll get some made. I think next year we're really going to have to focus on the canola and soybeans, just to try and maximise how much fish food. Oops, we've gone too far. That back. I want to do the windscreen. How much fish food we will be able to make, because obviously the more fish food we can make, the more fish we can get. The more fish we can get, the more money we can make, because they are certainly going to net us a pretty penny, and that will probably be the first thing you'll see in the next episode. How much will we make from our first batch of fish? So tune in for that. I'm going to get this combine put away. FSG and I will be back together next week. I hope you've enjoyed this one, something a little bit different, like I said, doing the old school time lapse, and yeah, just focusing on getting a few things done and enjoying playing the game. So as always, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.